associates gather on the stand. The trial's a circus, but I've got a plan. Not a grifter, still worse than Dan. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? Me be the diva, she's running the show. Two Capone and Meg, yeah, everybody knows. That we're fat, well, nobody knows. What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Hope you all had a great weekend. And if you did any Alaskan pipelines, Texas chili bowls, Alabama hot pockets, keep that information to yourself. If you don't know what that is, don't Google it.
Stick a fork in it.
Don't stick a fork in it either. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. If you've never ever trusted me on anything in your life, just trust me on this.
Oh my God. You control it. God.
Hi, Baker. Don't feel insulted. You're like, you left the category of worst grifter and I just slid right in there, Baker. I've lost the other two, so I'm gonna go up here and chat and say hello to people. What's up, Del? I don't know. What's up, Bri? Sticky YOLO.
We had a YOLO earlier.
It feels like Friday. It's already derailed. What's up, Zach? I didn't see you earlier in Baker's because you said you don't see me, so I didn't see you.
Oh man.
I'm great, Flash fan. I am wonderful. It's been a weird day.
You're telling me.
I mean, my day's not been as weird as Carmen's day. I will now. I've learned just Google everything, especially if you or Lesko tells me to do so. Wyoming weather balloon. I will write it down so I don't forget.
Oh, Baker.
Hey, Baker. Boo, Baker, boo. Baker didn't come to the meeting. You're fired.
Zach was timed out for 10 I was like, wait, what'd he do? Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I already saw it. And it's over here in StreamYard because it hangs on to everything forever.
Now, Zach.
So my day has been
Pokey?
It's been pokey. I had
That's what happened. She was doing the
an
hokey
inmate.
pokey.
She turned herself around.
She
Around?
turned herself
Oh, she
around.
did. She did for sure.
She did. Turned herself around and sat
And
down.
bent over and was like, Karen's like, that carrot in your ass?
She's like, no, that's a spork. I'm like, a what? She's like, I have a spork in my ass. I was like, oh, no, this is a true story. This really happened.
Oh, yes, it did.
And I was like, why? I wanted to use the phone. That's not. And she had another option. They had for lunch. She could have used that. But no. Nope.
Maybe she made a spork baby.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where Sporky came from.
Yeah.
Sporky's next adventure. Sporky's revenge. I mean, Sporky's the next day. You could do them all. Kentucky crankcase? Dear Lord. Oh my gosh. Well, the only weird thing that happened to me today, one, nothing would work. Canva wouldn't work. I guess it was down with everything else being down. I was like trying to upload things and download things, and it kept telling me, no, I can't. Like, you figure it out. And then I broke a bowl. You know how long it's been since I broke a dish? I was like, I broke a little bowl. And it made me kind of sad because it was out of the dishes that my mom gave me.
Oh no.
Oh, that happened to me with like a little saucer plate, and it was like one of Caleb's Graham's dishes. And they're like the Pyrex ones that like barely ever break, but something else hit it at like the right moment. And I was like, no.
That's what happened to me. I was going to put it away, and it's in like a corner cabinet, and it caught, I think it just bumped the bottom of the cabinet just right and broke. And then the dogs come running like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Is it food? Is she bleeding? Like, like just
What's happening?
just move. There's nothing here for you except my sadness.
Zach.
No timing out, Zach.
No, the last one that Zach put in.
Oh, well, I'm not answering that question. Zach likes to be bumped on the bottom.
You know what? I feel like Zach would like something like that.
Zach, let us know how a spork is.
Oh my gosh. Next time
Apparently it boosts your signal.
I did not take pot today. I maybe should have. Probably not.
I don't think Flashman needs that. It makes you hungry. He doesn't need any more of that.
Flashman would like, oh my gosh, he would have already the munchies, and he doesn't do that.
Yeah. Maybe it would have the reverse effect on him.
Maybe. Flashman would be like, Flashman, you want some chicken? No. What do you mean? I'm not hungry. Oh, no. All right. I am not. I am not. Nor have I ever been. So, anyways, we are.
Did you
What?
read it?
No, because I'm busy.
This is what it said. It said Mad Dog had Bree's phone, and then she came back, and it was this to Zach.
I can't see it. I'll have to look.
But it says report message child abuse.
Oh yeah. Oops. Yeah, my granddaughter's reporting you, Zach. Probably that Kentucky crankcase. Whatever you said. I don't know. That one I didn't write that one down. So anyway, we are going back to Alaska. Not for pipelines, not for pulled pork, not for corn dogs, for a trial.
I don't even think they have sporks in Alaska.
I hope not.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
What would you do with it?
They probably have to have those shipped in.
You can't like sorry. Did you get that?
I can tell you to make you have a hospital trip.
Take you 12 days in Alaska. Maybe that's why they don't have sporks out there, because it'll take you too long to get to a local hospital.
Well, I mean, it's not like you can shovel snow with it.
Well.
Oh, it broke. Anyways.
Bro.
So, all right, I had to make some notes for myself on this because that's been the weirdest trial I think I've ever covered as far as witnesses go.
Tell me about it.
They are just weird. Like, there's no emotion in any of them.
They do be weird.
I mean, the woman, I didn't blame her for falling asleep. I was happy.
That was hilarious.
I'm just happy we got to see it.
The second nod. That's where it got me.
That was hilarious. Yeah, last Thursday's stream was funny because this woman fell asleep. Didn't blame her because the testimony has been really dry. It's just that beginning part of trial. And then sounded like somebody hit a gong in there. And then Gabby's like, somebody's PF Chang's is ready, which I don't know why it tickled me so much, but it did. And then she's like, somebody order number 4. Like I could just hear it in my mind. And then Leska was like, what should I order? What kind of Chinese food should I order now? And I'm like, I had Chinese food for dinner. What is happening? It was, it was too much.
The gong was like crazy. And then they were doing like geometry with shapes and stuff. It was such a bizarre day.
And then trying to find evidence in envelopes that was not there anymore for some reason.
How many envelopes did he open? Like 4?
I don't know.
Carmen, he opened the envelopes. There was 4 of them. He put his entire hand in there and shuffled it around and was like, nope, there's nothing in here. The lawyer's like, well, they're hard. It's hard to see. And he literally looks in it and goes, nope, there's nothing in here.
Yeah.
Envelope after envelope. I'm like, how embarrassing.
And yeah, and he's a fingerprint dude. No gloves. Yeah. And he's just like
just in there, just rimming it.
Yes, that's what he was doing. Yes.
Legit, that's exactly what he did. He rimmed it. And it took like 40 minutes for him to even talk about a fingerprint at all. Remember they're talking about the road? I'm like, wait, do we have to follow this road to get to the fingerprint? Yeah. Why are we talking about this?
Where's the print? I have a feeling it probably did. Wasn't that Chinese places? Didn't you say it was like Foo's? F-U? I mean, come on, let's go. It tells you in the name what it's going to do. He also missed the boot print on the window.
Oh, yeah.
Which was clear. Oh, and then we got to see the cat door that supposedly somebody took apart and
oh my God.
Reached their hand up.
No
it's
way.
Not happening. No way. If they used a tool and it had a
like
lever.
An umbrella with a hook or something, fine. But this dude's not fitting his entire body halfway through to be able to reach his arm up.
No.
There's no way. The cat door is so small.
And there's no reason for it. They didn't need to stage a break-in because they were going to make it look like the DUI accident. Try to, and they failed. So they didn't need to break in. So they didn't need to see. They didn't. I don't know. That part, like the state needs to leave that out as far as I'm concerned, unless they've got some evidence we haven't seen yet.
Well, wait a minute. Was the window when the footprint was on the? I hate saying this word because I can't stand it anymore. But was it on the workbench?
No, it was on the window.
The footprint?
Yes.
Okay, but was the window broken?
No.
Okay, so that's what I mean. Like with the cat door and the window, nothing was broken. It was all just unlocked. They live in a small town in Alaska. Yep. Like they're not just getting people coming from the city driving in randomly through their town. You know?
You can't. They're on an island. Like
yeah,
you're gonna know if somebody shows up.
Yeah, they leave everything open over there. Are you kidding me? They got pews and all kinds of stuff. They're hunters. They're not, no one's going through that damn cat door. I'll tell you that much.
No. Nope. Because we're like, maybe it's a big cat. Nope. It's just a regular sized cat door no.
It's like a chipmunk door.
Yes. So, but anyway, if you don't know what we're talking about, we are talking about the 2006 Rachelle Waterman trial. And I had to make myself notes. So she was 16 years old. She lived in, she was 16 at the time. So she didn't die or anything. She lived in Craig, Alaska with her parents, Lauri and Carl. Carl went by Doc. Carl. Sorry.
Carl.
I cannot not say that without Walking Dead going through my mind. Lauri was described as a strict and demanding mother, not a sick and demanding mother. Rachelle saw her as very controlling and verbally abusive. Minus the verbally abusive part, most 16-year-old girls probably see their moms as very controlling. So, okay, deal with that part. Rachelle made some abuse claims, abuse allegations that they have not been founded at this point. But during this time, she was blogging, and her blog was My Crappy Life. So she was talking about this abuse from her mom and how strict she was, and all that stuff that a teen girl would talk about, minus the abuse, of course. I hope people don't have to talk about that. She, at the time, too, was hanging out with two older guys, Jason Aaron and Brian Radel, both 24. Again, Rochelle's 15. Well, 16. She was 15 when she met Brian Radel. She dated him for a little while. They broke up, and he was such a gentleman. He introduced her to his best friend, Jason, also 24, and they dated for a little while. So we were a little confused on Alaska's law about the 3 years age difference. When you're 16 is the age of consent in Alaska, at least it was in 2006. But it said there had to be 3 years, but that at 24, it wasn't illegal for Jason Aaron to date her. So we were very confused about that. I don't have any idea. She's 16, he's 24. She's too young. He's too old at that time. So for me, personal opinion. The state claimed that Rachelle had complained about her home life to, online and to Brian and Jason. And those conversations turned from frustration to unaliving her mom. The trio, then geniuses that they were, came up with 3 plans, according to the state. Plan 1 was the boat and tub, and I don't know if this was this had to be a tote, what we would call a tote, not a bathtub, because the plan was to unalive Lauri, place her body into the tub, which I'm going to say tote, and fill it with cement, and then take that and take it onto Brian's boat and drop it into the middle of the lake. No way, no how they could have removed a bathtub full of concrete and remains. So I'm thinking tote, that would even still be heavy. They didn't carry that plan out, but the state said that showed that Rachelle she knew there was plans. Plan 2 was Rachelle would be dropped off by her mom at school for volleyball practice, and as her mom was leaving the school and driving back down the driveway of the school, Brian Radel would be across the street with a force multiplier and unalive Lauri that way through a random, just weird random pew-pewing. I hate that word, but so because that just happens all the time in Craig, Alaska. And then but that plan was canceled, allegedly through an email that Jason had sent Rachelle saying the hunting trip was canceled. So again, allegedly Rachelle knew something was going to happen and said nothing. So then plan 3 was the burglary gone wrong. This version, they would unalive Lauri, make it look like a robbery or accident. I say this plan turned into the DUI plan. That's my name for it, not the state's. Brian and Jason would get Lauri drunk, unalive her, and then stage the accident to make it appear that Lauri died while drinking and driving. Lauri was not a drinker, so that probably wouldn't have worked either had they been able to pull that off. On the weekend of November 13th and 14th, 2004, Lauri Waterman was away in Juneau, and Rachelle had a volleyball tournament in Anchorage. So they were both gone for the weekend. This gives Rachelle a perfect alibi. While she's gone, Jason Aaron and Brian Radel go into the Waterman house. They wake Lauri up, tell her to get dressed, make her drink a bottle of wine to calm her down. They then put towels around her, duct tape her, and put her in her van, drive her out to a remote area, and then Brian proceeded. I think Jason left. We haven't heard these details yet. Brian then proceeded to try to break Lauri's neck and couldn't. So then he ended up beating her and strangling her until she was no longer alive. And then he poured gasoline on her and on the van. He set the van on fire to stage the accident and destroy the evidence. On Sunday, November 14th, both Rachelle and her dad, Doc, returned home from their separate trips. Even though they were not in the same place, you have to take float planes or boats to get to this island. And so they both arrived home at the same time. House was empty. When they got there, they didn't think much of it. Then when Lauri didn't return, Doc drove around the small town of Craig, Alaska. It's only about 2,000 people at the time searching for Lauri, and then doesn't find her, obviously. But this is the weird part to me. So he goes back home and he notices her bed was unmade. Not weird, because if you come here and my bed's not made, there's probably something wrong. I had to leave in a hurry because I always make my bed every morning, and so did Lauri. However, if you find a tip of a latex glove and some rope fibers on my floor, and all you do is pick them up and go put them on the counter in the bathroom so you can look at them later, please call the police, because I'm probably in trouble. And so he does eventually call the police and report her missing. And then on November 15th, 2004, a local hunter discovers Lauri's burned out van, and then her remains are obviously inside. There is nothing but ash pretty much left of Lauri because the fire was so hot. And then her skull, the top of her skull, which is what they used to identify her with, her dental records. At first, the police thought they looked at Doc Waterman as a suspect, that he was the last one to see her alive. He found the clues, but after reviewing his financial and cell phone records, they cleared him. And I know a lot of you were very suspicious of him after his testimony because it was very flat and matter of fact of talking about his wife's unaliving and his daughter possibly being involved. And it was weird. And everybody's been like that. So as detectives interviewed friends and classmates, they learned about Rachelle's connection with Brian Radel and Jason Arrant, and how she'd complained about her mother to them. When the two men were questioned, both eventually confessed and implicated Rachelle in the planning. The prosecutor said Rachelle's own interviews were inconsistent. She denied involvement, but admitted she knew her friends had talked about unaliving her mother. The state argued then that Rachelle's silence and knowing and doing nothing was what made her legally responsible. That's pretty much all of this in a nutshell. Why Rachelle is here. Again, if you've seen this trial, we just ask that you don't, no spoilers, because a lot of us haven't, including myself, watched this, and we're just really trying to watch it play out and see if we agree with what happens at the end. So tonight's witness is Brian Radel. He is the one that unalived Lauri. So we will have, I think, 3 parts to his testimony. It'll be a kind of a longer stream tonight because I need to get through these first 2 parts. I'm sorry if I missed anything in chat. I couldn't see it because I had my notes pulled up. So unless you two have anything to add.
It's nothing important. It's just me and Flashman going back and forth.
Okay.
Except for the part where Frank said that I was his favorite mod.
Oh.
That was it.
What's up, Frank?
Just kidding. Just wanted to point that out because Flash fan was a little butthurt about that.
Oh. Frank, Carmen looks tired. You just stick a fork in her.
I need to stick a fork. I need to stick a fork in this day. I look tired because I am tired. Tired of this
What
day.
the heck is this dude? Who is this guy?
I know. When I see him out of the corner of my eye, because he's over here on the, I keep seeing, he doesn't look like it here, but out of the corner of my eye, I keep thinking he's Napoleon Dynamite. I'm like, what is on my screen?
He kind of does, but I don't know. He also has wild spaghetti hair or something going on. I have no idea.
I mean, apparently they just woke him up or something. But if you look where he's looking right now, he's looking at her.
I really hope that he's like, I unalived her. Gosh.
You know what?
will
I wouldn't be
bust out laughing.
surprised. I wouldn't be
I would
surprised if he did.
Bust out
That
laughing.
would be hilarious. Also, I heard somebody talking to police this weekend, and they were like, "Yeah, I was just talking to them, and they were talking about unaliving this dude." I'm like, "That guy is he's on social media. He's either on TikTok or YouTube or something because nobody says unalived in
Oh,
their
the
normal conversation as much as we have to, and he just said it in real life."
on Patrol Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Well,
I
it's
thought
funny
the
when
same thing.
when I talk like that, Caleb laughs at me. He's like, you know, you're not on YouTube. You could say the real word. And I was like, yeah, but if I say the real word, then I'm going to say it on YouTube, and that's not going to be good either.
Yeah.
Might as well just censor myself in real life because, you know.
Yep, I agree. It's like it's Brian-
He's so
well,
funny.
good for him. She's still a minor at that point. Oh, how you doing,
Is
Brian?
that a unibrow?
It's pretty close. I mean, he's
Straight
in jail. I don't think they have a salon there for him.
Apparently, they don't even have brushes over there.
Well,
Good Lord.
he could spork it.
He just rolled right out of bed and was like, here we go.
Well, all right, here we go.
Exactly.
Make sure everything stayed the same since it kicked me out of here early. That Snipe Hunter. When does Gabby
Hey,
censor
Snipe.
herself?
Well, I do censor myself sometimes.
A little bit. A little bit.
Not on Shinny's because Shinny does it later in the night. You know, later.
It's when all the adults have gone to bed, so you can say whatever you want.
Basically, yeah. Here, you know, some of these guys in this chat, they're too sensitive for what I really want to say.
Well, and also Carmen has made it seem like you can't say anything here because I'm like
You
the
say
hammer.
whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
You can say whatever you want. Just might get the and you're gone.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You can say whatever you want. I don't care.
Carmen's
Oh.
like, you're out. See you later.
And be like, all right, I'll just watch. All right, let's see what this dude sounds like. And I don't know. He's kind of creepy looking at her like that. Here we go.
Please be seated. We continue on record in State versus Rachelle Waterman without the jury present. We're still waiting to connect with Mr. Radel's attorney, and we won't begin any proceedings involving Mr. Radel until his attorney is online from Ketchikan. But there are two issues I wanted to take up with counsel. The first is that I was just advised at the break that our area court administrator was advised by, I think, a representative of the media that Mr. Fallico, or Dr. Fallico, and one of the other witnesses that testified from the crime lab were watching the trial from Courtroom A yesterday.
Before their testimony?
I don't know the details. That's what I'm
If they
advised.
watched it before the testimony, then I would move to strike their testimony, Your Honor. I have invoked the rule, and the state has an obligation to make sure that their witnesses do not come in and observe the testimony.
I don't know.
I'm going to ask that you investigate that and report back no later than tomorrow morning.
That's what I
Tomorrow
heard.
morning.
Well, sooner if possible, but I'm
Tomorrow's
assuming.
Saturday, I didn't know.
Oh, that's right. No later than Monday morning, but
Who was it again, Dr. Fallico, and what?
Dr. Fallico and someone that testified today from the crime lab.
Day?
You might want to check with the media persons downstairs, but I'll also ask that the state clearly advise its witnesses that the exclusionary rule has been invoked. And if there have been violations, then we'll have to address that. But I thought I should notify both counsel that that issue is out there.
Okay.
In addition, I received a request from Michael Christian that asked that the media be allowed to photograph the various items, such as photographs, flashlight, letters, etc., that have been entered into evidence. Any objection to that occurring after the trial day?
No, Your Honor.
Present?
No.
No, that's fine.
All right, then after the trial day with the clerk present, that can occur.
That's exactly right, Snipe Hunter. I couldn't think of what that haircut was called. But yes, that is correct. And that's coming. We will hear that tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. No spoilers there, but it's coming.
Anything else we should take up?
I don't believe so. Just one other. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was during my cross-examination of Mr. Radel, I was considering asking Mr. Radel to step down into the pit here, just as a demonstration of his physical size for the jury. Would that be acceptable to the court?
Mr. West?
No problem with it. Okay, that brings us up to the other issue is he's currently handcuffed. My preference is that he remain handcuffed, but I guess it's up to the ultimate decision is up to the court.
What's your position on that?
I don't have a position on that, Your Honor. I think that we can ask Mr. Hamilton. He's probably the more appropriate person when he is available.
And do we have Mr. Hamilton yet?
Yeah, I told him yesterday I'd be between 10 and 11 today.
All right. He was apparently in court when my secretary was trying to make the connection, so we'll see if we can't speed that up, but we'll go off record in the interim.
Okay.
And sir, if you don't mind standing by, we're just waiting for your lawyer.
Lord. What happened?
Please be seated. We continue on record in State versus Rachelle Waterman without the jury present. We are told that Mr. Hamilton, Mr. Radel's attorney, is en route to the court building, but exactly where he is at this moment, I don't know, but that his staff is.
She did have relations with him, but according to him, they never completed it, which I call BS.
He boinked her a couple times.
But he
Just
didn't
couldn't
ever,
finish.
not to completion.
Not to completion. So it doesn't count, I guess.
I guess not, because she was 15. That would have been illegal at that point. So you have 800 singles. As in $1 bills. Like for strippers. And I did forget to mention, Mr. Radel, he didn't inhale. What's up, John? Mr. Radel pleaded guilty, and Mr. Arendt also pleaded guilty. And Mr. Radel is serving 99 years, and Mr. Arendt, who we'll see later, got a 50-year sentence because he did not unalive Lauri. So that's why he's in orange. You were letting me know what's in here. Oh no. Lots of Googling. Googling like Frank. Long night at the strip club. Or a short one. Depends on what she looks like. Is the sound okay? Okay. Oh, John Gary. What's up, Sir Frank? You still can't with that guy's hair. It's a man in a little boat. This guy is 99 years. We'll see the one that got 50 years in a few. It'll be a little while.
Standing by to advise him to call us immediately.
Okay.
I had actually asked if we could go on record. Judge, I had made a motion to strike the testimony based upon what the investigation shows. And actually, at the break, I was thinking about it, and I would change my motion and ask for a mistrial. These are not lay witnesses. These are professional witnesses. While Dr. Falico works for essentially the Department of Health, he has been the chief medical examiner for the state of Alaska since 2003. He was acting chief medical examiner for 3 years. He was an assistant medical examiner for 3 years, and he has testified in God knows how many murder trials.
If I could just cut in, I don't know if Dr. Falico actually was watching the trial before he testified.
He was the last witness yesterday, as my understanding.
Is that true? I can't recall.
wasn't he? I think he was last witness.
Oh, okay.
He was.
Then go ahead with your argument.
So I think that he has been involved in any number of criminal prosecutions from the start before charges are even filed. He is well aware of what the law is. He talks about how he is trained in forensic pathology, which is the intersection of law and pathology. And quite frankly, Judge, he should know better. He should know better. There is just no excuse for that. And the same with the crime lab person. They're essentially a police officer. And if a police officer that's investigating this case did that, then it's inexcusable. That should be lesson 1 in the police academy training in Sitka. And I have never had anything like this happen before. And so I would ask for a mistrial, and failing that, I would ask for a motion to strike. But I think that a mistrial is appropriate given the egregiousness of the behavior. And I want to state, I am not stating at this point that this was directed by Mr. West. But the witnesses are professional witnesses that deal with law enforcement and criminal trials on a daily basis. They work for the state. They should know. And for that reason, Your Honor, I think that a mistrial is an appropriate remedy.
Do you want to be heard on the motion now or defer until you've had an opportunity to speak to these witnesses?
I'd like to have an opportunity to check on it and stuff.
I'll allow that.
Okay.
And we'll take the issue up again on Monday.
We're just waiting for Mr.
I
Hamilton.
guess we're waiting for Mr. Hamilton, and
Okay.
I don't see how we can go
Right.
forward without him, so we'll
right.
stand by until he's here, off record. We continue on record in State versus Rachelle Waterman with Ms. Waterman and counsel for Ms. Waterman and for the state and for Mr. Radel present. Mr. Hamilton is on the telephone from Ketchikan. Mr. Hamilton, before I bring the jury in with respect to questioning of Mr. Radel, Mr. Radel is currently in handcuffs, and a request has been made that he remain in handcuffs. Do you have any objection to that?
Well, I would always prefer him not to be in handcuffs. So on behalf of Mr. Radel, I'll ask that those handcuffs be removed. I think he's been, and just to say on his behalf, he's been a model prisoner at the Ketchikan facility for 13 months, and also his prior life up until this incident, there is not one incident of violence in his life. So I think that he doesn't pose a risk of anyone in the courtroom. So I'd ask the handcuffs to be removed.
Anything further, counsel?
Just that he's been convicted of murder first degree, and even he described it as cold-blooded, so
Is he in leg irons?
no. I don't think there's any.
Are they available? Does Judicial Services have a position as to whether leg irons would be sufficient so that the handcuffs aren't so readily apparent when the oath is sworn? So long as full leg irons are in place, I'm prepared to have the handcuffs removed, Mr. Hamilton, but I have been asked by counsel as to whether or not Mr. Radel would stand up for the jury, so they're likely going to see the leg irons.
If that's the best that can be done, Judge, that's the best that can be done. I'm sure he'd rather have his hands free. It's much more comfortable. So I just ask Brian. Brian, if that's the best they can do, that's the best they can do, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right, we'll stand by. When you're ready, Officer Fanumi, let me know. Off record. We continue on record in State of Alaska versus Rachelle Waterman with Ms. Waterman, counsel, and others present. Mr. Hamilton, who is an attorney, is participating telephonically. He represents Mr. Radel. And ladies and gentlemen, seated to your right is Officer Fanumi, who is works with Judicial Services. Mr. Radel, I'm going to ask that you stand to the best of your ability and raise your right hand, and the clerk will administer the oath.
Sir, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the case now before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Go ahead and be seated. Can you hear all right, Mr. Hamilton?
I can, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Go ahead, Mr.
Thank
West.
you. State your full name and spell your first name and last name.
Brian James Radel, Brian Radel.
And how old are you?
25.
And where did you grow up at?
Primarily Thorn Bay, after I was 9.
And did you go to school in Thorn Bay?
I was homeschooled.
Okay. All the way through high school?
Yeah.
And in 2004, did you live in Hollis?
Yes.
Do you remember approximately what time you were?
October, November.
Okay. And were you staying at your own place, or were you staying with someone else?
I was staying at a guy out there.
I couldn't hear you.
I was staying at a guy's place out there.
Who was that?
I can't actually remember his name anymore.
Does Lee Edwards sound familiar?
Yeah, that was who it was.
Okay. And that was after your computer business had closed?
Yes.
And what kind of business was it that you had?
Game design, web page design, repair computers, pretty much anything related to computers.
And where was this business located at?
It was located in Craig. I had 2 different locations. One was next to Kruger's Meat. The other one was in Tatsuda's Mall.
And how long did you have that business for?
Year and a half.
Okay. And did you know Jason Arendt?
Yes.
And how did you know him? I mean, when did you first meet him?
I met him when I was 16 at Echo Ranch.
Okay, what's Eckerd Ranch?
It's a religious retreat for kids here in Juneau.
And where was he? Were you living in Thorn Bay at the time?
Yes.
And do you know where he was living at?
Hollis.
Hollis. And after you met at the ranch, did you continue to be friends?
Yes, we did.
And how good friends were you?
Pretty good.
What kind of activities would you all do together?
Whenever we could get together, I mean, we were pretty far apart. Mainly just stayed at his house, played video games. That, mainly just that.
Okay. He was about the same age as you were.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you this. How tall are you?
About 6'5".
And how much do you weigh?
277.
Okay. Is that about the same as what you weighed in November of 2004?
Yes.
Your computer business that you had, did you have any people in your employment?
Yes.
Who were they?
Jason Arendt off and on. Rachelle Waterman while I had my office open in Thibodeau's Mall.
Okay. Did she do much work for you?
She was mainly just there to talk to people when they came in and when I had to be out.
When did you meet her?
2003, I think. Early 2003. I'm not sure.
How'd you meet her?
Ian Lindrum.
And who was Ian Lindrum?
Ian Lindrum was a kid in Craig that was her boyfriend, and I ended up meeting him, and we played video games, so ended up running into her.
Okay. Did you ever have a romantic relationship with Ms. Waterman?
Yes.
And when did that occur?
Early 2004, ended June 23rd or 24th. 2004? Yeah.
How long did it go on for?
I really don't know. I'd say probably a couple months max.
Okay. Was she still going out with Ian at that time?
I don't really know.
You don't know? Okay. Was the relationship sexual?
Yes.
When you were...
He doesn't want to answer these questions because she was a minor, she was illegal, and he's gross.
And he was 24 years old.
Yeah.
I know the haircut's fooling everyone. He's not a toddler with that hairdo. Okay, he's a full-grown man.
Or the unibrow.
With I don't even believe his unibrow. He just drew that in. He just took a marker and just drew it right in.
Yeah. His
So
testimony.
John said, is that where she was?
Is that what she was there for? I don't know exactly.
Is he asking where the main, what's her name was? Rachelle?
I'm not sure because Frank said she must have been on top, and then he said, "Is that what she was there for?" So
okay,
I
gotcha.
wasn't sure
Gotcha.
if he was. I don't know.
Just joking around.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
it kind of was a joke and not a joke because kind of feels like that's what she was there for, considering he met her in 2003. This happened in 2004, and she had dated both him and Jason Arendt during that time at separate times, not together. So, yeah. Sticky can spot other D&Ders in the wild very easily.
I can as well now.
Oh.
But now Gabby. Not all IT is into D&D. However, 90% of them are furries. Well, that's probably true. Maybe.
Yes. Yes. So we were okay. Yep. I think you're correct, John Gary, that's what she was there for.
Yeah, she was there for something.
Snipe Hunter said this guy looks like her
His
his neighbor who is on the county list you don't want to be on. Well,
Yeah.
he's on a list, so
He's on many lists. if you can't tell, just look at his unibrow. He's on them.
maybe that. Never mind.
He has played D&D more times than he has showered. 100%. That's probably a fact.
Also, he had a computer store where they were playing D&D, and they were recruiting him and his friend Jason Arndt, like the young ones. They were recruiting them in to play all these games at their store, and there was weirdness. He was not going to go down a good path had he not have got caught up with her mess. He would have got caught up with something, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think.
Okay, wow. I can't. You're hilarious.
Most of our librarians are youngish. I don't even want to know what that number means.
Do not send me the spreadsheet on that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, especially if she's saying it, because I know she's younger than me. So they're not as like grandma age as you, AJ. They're youngest. It was not my child. All right, hit and play.
All right.
Did you play games called Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
Who would you play those with?
John Wilburn, Jason Arndt, Rachelle Waterman, friend of Ian's, I don't remember his name, John Wilburn's brother. I think that was about it.
Okay. Did Ms. Waterman ever talk to you about her mother?
Yes.
And did she ever talk to you about her mother abusing her?
Yes.
And what do you remember her saying? What did she tell you?
Mostly that she was hit. Mentioned being hit with a baseball bat.
Okay. Did she ever mention anything about any other things like a knife?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Did she mention anything about her being selling her into prostitution?
Yes.
Okay. How about her mother trying to throw her downstairs? Do you remember anything about that?
Not sure.
Okay. Did you do anything to try to get her to report this?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you didn't try to get her reported to the police or the social workers?
No.
Okay. Now, on November 13th, Saturday, did you make preparations to get some supplies so that you could go in and kill Mrs. Waterman?
Yes.
And did you meet up with Jason Arndt that day?
Yes.
About what time was it that he met up with you?
3 or 4. It was the afternoon.
In the afternoon? Where'd you meet him at? Or where did he meet you at?
He came out to Lee Edwards.
Okay, where you were staying?
Yeah.
And did you stay there, or did you all go somewhere after he came out?
He came out. We talked a little bit. We went in, bought the different supplies, a knit hat, some stuff at Black Bear, and some wine at the Cloac liquor store.
Okay. Now, the hat, you got it, and you said you got it in Craig?
Yeah.
Do you remember which store?
The clothes store, I think it's called.
Okay. And what kind of hat was it?
It was either brown or black, just knit hat.
Stocking type hat. And what'd you buy that for?
So that I would appear to have dark hair when I cut my hair.
Okay. And in Cloac, do you remember what you bought in Cloac?
Duct tape, cotton towels, latex gloves, cough drops. Might have been something else, but flashlights.
You know where you got those at?
Black Bear. The cotton towels got from the Clock grocery store,
Okay. Now, what did you buy the rubber gloves for?
so that I wouldn't leave fingerprints at the scene.
And what did you buy the duct tape for?
To bind Lauri Waterman,
And what did you use what did you buy the towels for?
so that there wouldn't be any marks left from the duct tape.
Yeah. And what were you planning on doing with them so there wouldn't be any evidence of the duct tape?
Excuse me, noise.
Okay. Okay. How are you going to use the towel so there wouldn't be any?
I was going to wrap those first and then put the duct tape over them,
Okay. And why was that?
so that there wouldn't be any marks left by the duct tape.
Okay. And why were you afraid to leave those marks from the duct tape?
Basically because it was supposed to look like a car accident.
Okay. And you got some wine, I think you said?
Yes,
Where'd you get that at?
the Clock liquor store.
And what was the purpose of getting the wine?
Jason has suggested we get her drunk.
Okay. And after you got these items, where'd you all go to?
Went back out to Hollis.
Okay. And what'd you all do in Hollis?
Pretty much just waited,
Okay. Did you do anything while you were waiting?
watched movies, talked, shaved my hair off.
All right. Now, the hair you had before then, what kind of hair did you have then?
I think it was about like it is now.
Okay. And were you clean shaven then?
No,
What kind of,
I had a goatee,
okay. So you shaved your hair?
hair, beard, mustache, everything.
Okay. Any place else other than your head?
My whole body.
Your whole body? Shaved all the hair off your body? Okay. Did Mr. Aaron help you do the shaving?
Yes,
And what'd you use?
a electronic trimmer.
Okay. Is that the one that the police later recovered from your place?
I do not know.
Was it in a blue bag?
It was Lee Edwards. I know that much.
Okay. And why'd you cut off all your hairs off your body?
So that I would not leave any hair samples at the scene of the crime.
Okay. Now, how long did you wait at the house before you left?
Till probably midnight.
Midnight? Okay. Did Mr. Edwards come back while you were there?
Yes.
And what did he do?
Drank some beer, then went to sleep.
Was he asleep before you left?
I don't know.
Okay. Now, when the two of you left, did you take the items that you had purchased?
Yes.
Did you take anything else?
Yes.
What else did you take?
Butter knives, wire, chisel, screwdrivers, basically a wide variety of tools,
And why'd you take those?
because I figured I might have to break into the house.
And anything else that you brought?
Backpack.
Okay.
I don't know. It was a lot of different things. I can't remember everything.
All right. Did you bring some rope?
Yes, I did.
And what was the purpose for the rope?
Just in case, tying Lauri Waterman up
Okay. Now, when you, what kind of rope, where'd you get the rope at?
on the side of the road.
Did you got it that day or had you gotten it sometime before that?
I'm not sure. It was very recent. It was within probably the last week.
What kind of rope was it?
Nylon.
Okay. Was it a new rope or did it look like it had been used or been?
It was pretty well used. It had grease and stuff in it.
Okay. And do you remember when you left taking some gas?
Yes, took a 5-gallon jug of gas.
And where'd you get that from?
It was Lee Edwards.
From the house there?
Yes.
And so did you put all that stuff in, what vehicle did you put all that in?
Put it in Jason's vehicle.
And then you said the two of you left about midnight
Yeah.
in his truck?
Yeah.
And where'd you go to?
We drove over to Craig. There's an upper road that goes down to a trail to the road where the Waterman house is. Jason dropped me off at the top of that. And then I walked down the trail and went over to where there's a light pole or power pole, I don't know, light pole, power pole, something next to the Waterman house, and looked around.
Okay. When Mr. Arndt dropped you off, what was the plan for where he was going to be going?
At a rock pit out the road that goes from Cloak to Thorn Bay.
And were you going to be meeting up with him later at that point?
Yes.
Now, what was the plan that you had set up for what you were going to do once you got inside the residence? What was your plan?
Find Lauri, tie her up, have her drink the wine, stick her in her van, and drive out to wherever Jason was.
And then what were you going to do? What was the plan after that?
Go out to, there's a steep drop off out the road that we'd found, and was going to kill Lauri, break her neck, try to make it look like whiplash, and drive the van or push the van over the edge.
Okay. And what were you trying to make it look like?
Trying to make it look like a drunk driving accident.
Okay. Now, the location you picked, do you remember where that was at?
It was out the road. I know it better from the map that the troopers made. At that time, all I knew was it was out the road.
Okay. Do you remember was it by a bridge?
Yeah, there's a bridge just ahead of it.
Okay. Do you remember the name of the creek?
No.
Is it Utah or something like that? Sound familiar?
I really didn't pay attention to what that was.
Plaintiff Exhibit 59. You recognize it?
Yes.
What does it look like to you?
It's a map the troopers made of where we went that night.
The area up here, it's a murder scene report. Does that look like that location?
I'm assuming it is. But I saw the pictures. The troopers had pictures of it. It was the right location.
The photographs?
Yeah.
38.
That's a little bit farther down from where it was, but it's just probably 100 feet up or so from there, I'd say.
Okay. 237.
That's a little closer. There was a turnout, which is where the minivan was parked at. Again, I don't see it. I don't see a turnout. Yeah, that's approximately where it was. It was the turnout on the other side of the road, but that was just ahead of it on the other side.
Okay. $229. So like somewhere down there.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, but other things I saw it at night, so.
Looking at opposite direction.
Yeah, that's right up at the top there is where we were.
$245. My red pointer is the area
No, up where the car is.
up there.
Yeah.
Okay. And where were you going to drive off the road at?
Pretty much straight down from there, right in that area.
That area there.
Yeah.
That's all the photos that I have. So that was the plan you were planning on doing in this case before you broke
Yes.
in there. Now, did you have any idea how you're going to get into the house before you went in there?
I wasn't sure. Jason had mentioned that there's a window that Rachelle used to sneak out to see him, and there could be a possibility of that being unlocked, but I wasn't sure, so I also brought tools just in case I had to break like a sliding glass door or something.
Okay. Now, you got up to the residence. What did you do when you got up to the residence?
I stood next to the power pole, looked around, crossed the ditch, went across a little yard up alongside the house.
When you approached the house, did you approach from the front, backs, or sides?
The side.
The side, which side?
There was a lawn next to it that was the next place over, and I crossed that before I got to the side of the house.
The side of the house you got to, is that the garage side or the?
Left side, garage side.
Okay. And what did you do then when you got up to the garage side of the house?
I went up and I checked the first window, and it was unlocked.
And which one was the first window?
It was the first window in the garage.
I mean, it was the first window you went to, but
Yeah.
which window?
It was the first window when you're going along the garage from the front.
From the front, okay. Did that side of the building have, how many windows were on that side of the building?
I saw at least one more.
Okay. And you checked that window, and what did you find when you checked it?
It was unlocked.
So what did you do?
I took a look around, see if anyone was next door. Then I opened the door and turned on my flashlight, shielding it to take a look in and see what was on the other side of the window.
What did you see on the other side of the window?
A bunch of tools, a toolbox, and that was sitting on a bench.
Okay. So what did you do then?
I tried to figure out a way to get in. It was kind of awkward. Took out the toolbox and worked my way inside the window. Then I took the toolbox back in, set it back on the bench. I'd had the backpack with the tools in it. I grabbed that and I pulled that inside as well.
Okay. So when you looked in through the window, there was a toolbox in there?
Well, it was like down. It's like it was here. It would be over the edge.
Okay. And you said you pulled it out?
Yeah, I pulled it out and set it on the ground.
On the ground? Okay. And then after you got in, you put it back in?
Yeah.
Pull it back in. And that's when you pulled your bag back in?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you went into the window, where'd you step at when you went?
I stepped on the bench, and then I stepped on from the bench onto the floor.
Okay. Do you remember stepping on like a windowsill?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. And then when you stepped in and you picked your stuff up and brought them back in, then what happened? Did you leave the window open or did you close?
I closed the window.
Okay. And then what happened?
I took the backpack. I started going through it, taking out the things that I thought I might need. The duct tape, the towels, the rope, the wine bottle, all the stuff that I figured I needed to take in. And I started checking the cars for keys, wandered around the garage for a little bit, trying to figure it out. Checked the door. It was locked. So I started working on trying to open the door.
How many vehicles were in the garage?
Two.
And
A pickup truck and a minivan.
And which one was closest to the window that you just come in?
I think it was a blue truck, or I'm not sure. It was a pickup truck.
And then the other vehicle was what kind of?
A minivan.
And where was it at?
It was on the other side, closer to the door.
Okay. Did you find the keys in either vehicle?
I found keys in the pickup truck.
Okay. Now, did you turn on the lights in the garage, or did you just keep your flashlight?
No, I kept the lights off. I used my flashlight to a certain extent, but there was enough light coming in from outside that I could see mostly what was in there.
How were you dressed?
Black fleece, I think it was a polar fleece jacket, the black or brown, whatever, knit hat, black jeans, short, cut off, extra tough rubber boots, and 2 sets of socks.
And were you wearing the stocking cap?
That's the hat that I was wearing.
Okay. And so when you checked the door from the garage into the house, you found it locked?
Yes.
Had you ever been into the house before?
One time I had stepped inside the house, but I just stepped inside the door for a few seconds while Rachelle was getting ready to leave.
Okay. And so you hadn't been throughout the rest of the house?
No.
Did you have a plan or design or schematics of what the house was like?
No. I'd wanted that, but I never got it.
Okay. Now,
I basically was going in blind.
okay.
Another way to get in. and there was a cat door. So I took the cat door off and stuck my arm in, and I was able to get a couple fingers on the doorknob on the other side, and I was able to open it enough to slide the door open.
All right, he has to give me a demonstration of that because there is no way. No way. We saw that door. We saw the cat door, and there is no way. His arm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they need to provide pictures or it didn't effing happen.
Exactly.
Are
I
you kidding
don't
me? Look at how
believe
big
that.
his head is. His head is so big. And you're not even taking into factor here his poofy hair also. But like the size of that cat door, it's not fitting his head. You have to get your head through.
Did he say he took his head through? I thought he was
I
just
don't
like
know.
reaching up with his arm.
Well, that's what I mean, though.
But even
like,
that, you're only going to get to your shoulder.
That's what I mean. Like, you have to get your arm and head through to be able to like twist properly. To I don't know. It's
Yes, Ash, he is. So
I think he's saying. I mean, but you do have to take into consideration he's 6'5", so
Yeah,
he's
but
got
still.
some pretty long arms.
You have to go. You have to go and find the cat door so Carmen can see the cat door, the size of the cat door.
I'll look
There's
at it
no-
a little bit because I'm
there's
actually
no
going
way.
to hop off here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, there's no way that
It's just a regular sized cat door. I'll have to go back. Well, I can't go back.
like next time or whatever. Not
See if I-
now, but I mean like next stream or whatever. Just like go back and like take a snapshot of it or something.
3 feet.
It's the. Well, he said he was 5'6", so his arm
6'5".
span would 6'5". Sorry,
You're fine.
6'5". Dyslexia. My bad. So his arm span would be 3 feet. I just don't believe that door was locked. I don't believe his story. I don't believe that he needed to even go through the cat door whatsoever. The window wasn't broken. There was footprints over there. The door was unlocked. They didn't, and her mom knew these two boys. You know what I mean? She knew who they were. It wasn't like I just don't believe that the door was locked at all. I think it was completely open and they're just making this up.
And I don't know why.
That's
Who
what I was going to
knows?
say. He's got no reason to.
That's the only thing that's
knows?
bothering me is he has zero reason to make it up. So I'm thinking, so that door had to be between the garage and the house. So
Yeah,
he
it was in
came in the window
into the garage.
And then that door supposedly was locked, but there was no damage to the cat part of the door, like Ronnie said. There was zero damage around the cat door. Now, if he had taken the cat door off, because the opening around the actual door itself would have been bigger, and I could see him being able to maybe reach it. But the cat door was still there, fully intact.
Yeah, there was no damage to anything. It just doesn't make. I don't even know.
Shinny, I
Yeah,
broke into houses. It is possible.
Possible. It's possible. Then again,
I
don't know.
I would have to see him with his arm through. He has no reason to lie. He's already pleaded guilty. He's already he has no reason to lie.
Who knows? Maybe he's trying to get street cred in Juneau. It's like I broke in through a cat door.
I broke her cat door. She was 15 when I did it.
And then she said, meow.
But I didn't complete it. So that makes me all okay.
I don't know. His hairdo says something different to me, AJ.
I've been waiting to hear if they were going to bring up the freaking cat door. They did. Alrighty.
Well, don't press play yet.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Good night.
I'm tired.
Yep.
All right.
Don't make fun of me when I go to bed. It's 6
won't.
o'clock your time.
Well, you know. AJ, give my bestie a break here. You know, she's just, 4 days into her new job. It's fine, bestie. You got this. Go to bed. Relax. You know.
All right,
Yeah.
John Gary just tried to reach through his dog door. Okay, well, John, I don't know how big your dog door is. Because if I reach
A
through my
dog
dog
door
door,
is
I could
bigger.
I can just come through I have Great Danes, so I can reach right. I just come through.
A dog door though is bigger than a cat door. I could see if it was
this
a
cat
dog
is
door.
little.
If it was if it was a dog door, I could more believe it
Let's go.
compared to that tiny cat door.
All right, because from the tip of the middle finger to the tip of the middle finger would be 6'5". Also being 6'1", I can tell you, yes, cat and dog doors, I can open a door through it, but only some types of doors. Would it be like a lever? You pull down.
This door had like a French door handle where it had like a little swirly thing and you just pull it down. It wasn't like a twist knob. It was a pull down. So they could technically, if they wanted to, use like a cane or like, some kind of like whatever hook thing to pull the door handle down.
I guess, yeah.
Good night, Carmen. She just ghosted us.
Yeah, she was like, see ya.
She's like, peace, bitches. It's like, I'm done with you.
Yeah, she's like, I put a spork in it.
She put a spork in it. Real quick. She's like, I'm out. Peace.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen Cat Dog in forever.
I love cat dog. Cat dog. Alone in the
Lever
world,
doors would
cat
be the
dog.
one. All right, I can see the lever. I can see.
Yeah, but
Yes, I think John is probably bigger than me. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. The cat door, though, just I'm not buying it with the cat door. Also,
Yeah.
I don't believe that the door was even locked to begin with.
And he had tools with them. Just open the door, like unlock the door.
And that door looked like it didn't look like a front door where the front door looks like, it's like sturdy wood or like whatever. The garage door that they had the damn cat door in looked like compressed wood, like they got on the side of the road or something. This is what I mean. It's a small town in Alaska. It's probably a recycled door, that they just put in their house.
On an island.
Yeah, exactly. On an island.
The Prince of Wales.
The Prince of Wales Island. Seems very royal, right? I mean, look at his hairdo. He's obviously royal. He has a unibrow. He gives -0 craps about his unibrow, apparently. And,
Well, I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find it. But
I'll go back and take a snapshot and send it to you or something. The door is so tiny. I don't even think it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Gabby,
You want to see some sturdy wood? Yes, Knight. Show me some sturdy wood. Show me up. I saw that door. I was like, dude, I could kick that door in, and I'm 5'1". I could kick that door in my Crocs. I don't even need a boot on to kick that door in. That's what I mean. It wasn't locked. They're just making this up to make him get better street cred or something.
I don't know. We'll find it. All right. I'm continuing on. Let's see what else he has to say.
Were you wearing anything on your hands at the time?
Rubber gloves, latex gloves.
And when did you put those on?
I put them on in Jason's truck.
Okay. Just shortly before you got out?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you took the pet door. Did you completely remove it from the door?
I just took the little swing door off.
Okay.
I didn't take the rim of it off.
All right. And how'd you take it off?
I just bent it down enough so that I could pry it out of the sockets on each side.
Okay.
It was plastic.
All right. And then you were able to reach up and
Yeah.
And what'd you do when you reached up and touched the doorknob?
I just took my fingers and went like that on the doorknob, and eventually it opened.
Okay. So you opened the door, you didn't unlock it?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened then when you cut the door open?
I grabbed the stuff, stuffed some of it in my jacket, held on to some of it, and went into the house.
Okay. Did you do anything at that time with the pet door, or did you wait till later?
I think I waited until later to put it back on.
Okay. And then when you entered the house, what did you do then when you got in on the ground floor?
I started checking out the house, went up a flight of stairs onto the next floor, looked around.
On the first floor, that ground floor, after you got in, what did you see in there?
I didn't really look around in that area.
Okay.
I just headed up.
Stairs?
Yeah.
Then where'd you go? I mean, when you went up to this second level, what did you do there?
Checked around the corner. I went into the kitchen, checked the refrigerator, saw there was wine in it, set the wine bottle next to the dining room table that I'd brought, checked the different rooms, and then I went up to the stairs, and I don't remember exactly. I think that was the top level. When I went up the stairs was the top level of the house.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. Eventually, I ended up getting to Lauri's room, and the door was slightly cracked. I went to open it. Lauri Waterman apparently heard the door opening and came to it. I ran around the corner, and I heard the door open a little bit, and then a few seconds later, it closed.
You said you ran around the corner. Where did you run to?
There's like what I assumed was a bathroom door right next to where the door into the bedroom is, and so just a little past that, you can go around a corner, and there's like a TV. There was a TV and a like sofa chair. So I ran around that corner.
Did you see any exercise equipment there?
I wasn't looking.
Okay. And so after she closed the door, what did you do then?
I stood at the door. I thought she'd seen me, so I figured she was probably calling the cops. Didn't hear any sirens, though, after a while. I probably stood there for about an hour and a half, debating going into the room.
So an hour and a half you waited there. You waited in the same location?
Yeah.
And were you standing or were you sitting down? Or
I was standing.
Standing, okay. Did you have a watch with you?
No.
You were just estimating the time?
Yeah. It was a long time.
Okay. And then what happened?
I finally decided to go in, and so I opened the door. I rushed in. Lauri was laying face down on the bed.
Okay. So you opened the door. Did you open the door rapidly?
Yes.
And then how rapidly did you go into the room?
Didn't run, but I rushed.
Okay.
Went up to the side of the bed, put a rag over Lauri's head to gag her.
And she was lying on the bed. Was she lying on her back, stomach?
Face down.
Face down on her stomach. Okay. So when you put the cloth over her head, what happened then?
She woke up. I'd placed my elbow in the middle of her back so she couldn't move. She started to cry.
Okay. Did she say anything?
No. Well, there was a gag over her mouth, so.
Okay. And did you say anything?
Not at that time.
Okay. So then what?
I waited for her to stop crying. Eventually she did. I told her to put her hands behind her back. I bound her hands. I tied the back of the gag after she opened her mouth to bound her feet.
Okay. And how long was it before when you first rushed in until you did that?
5 minutes.
Okay. Did she struggle with you during any of that?
No.
Okay. Did you still have the gag over her mouth?
Yeah, I duct taped it on the back of it.
Okay. And did you say anything at that time to her?
I told her to put her hands behind her back.
Okay. Did she?
Yes, she did.
And what'd you do then?
I bound her hands, and then I bound her feet. Then I started looking around the room for clothes, looking in the cabinets.
When you rushed her, were blankets or a sheet on top of her?
I think it was covering like her lower legs or halfway up the legs.
And so you pulled the sheets off to bind her legs up then?
I think so. Don't really remember if I did or not. I wasn't paying attention to that.
And what was she wearing?
Sort of the upper of, like an upper and lower nightie set and panties.
All right. Now then you said after you got her all bound up, you then looked for clothes?
Yes.
Did you turn on the light at any time?
No, I did not.
Okay. So were you using your flashlight?
Yeah, I was using the flashlight.
And what clothes did you get for her?
Sweatpants, bra, socks, t-shirt, sort of a sweater pullover.
Okay. And
well, originally I got jeans, but apparently they were broken. She was gagged. She motioned that the zipper and stuff was broke, and so I got sweatpants then.
okay. And when you got the clothes, or did you put them on the bed?
Yeah,
And then what'd you do?
I unbound her hands, unbound her feet, handed her the clothes, told her to put them on. For some reason, she wanted a different bra, so I got a different bra, gave her that. She took the nightie off in the process to put on the bra and the t-shirt and everything.
Okay. And did you still have the gag on her at that time?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So she wasn't able to talk to you at that point?
No.
Okay. And how was she reacting to all this?
I don't know. It could have been anything, just terror or whatever. She just was doing it.
Okay. Was she crying?
No.
Okay. Now, after she got dressed, what'd you do then?
I asked her if the tennis shoes next to the door were hers. She nodded her head, so I gave her the shoes to put on, and she put those on.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I rebound her hands and tied the rope.
Okay. What do you mean by rebound her hands? How did you do that?
Took the cloth, wrapped it around, then put the duct tape over the cloth, and then I put the rope across the center.
Okay. And then what happened?
I said that we were going downstairs. We headed downstairs.
Before you left the upstairs, did you notice anything that had gone wrong?
I'd lost a finger. Actually, it wasn't then that I noticed it. It was later.
Okay. So then you took her downstairs.
Yeah.
And where'd you go take her to downstairs?
I took her down to the kitchen. I asked her to point out where her purse and her keys were. She pointed with her hands. Then I went and got a wine bottle. I took the gag off, undid her hands, asked her where the glasses were, wine glasses. She pointed it out, got a wine glass. And about that time is when I noticed that I think it was the pinky finger of my glove that I'd lost.
Okay. What did you do then?
I put another glove on, then gave the wine glass to Lauri, filled it up, told her to drink. She drank. The bottle was probably maybe 2/3 full, and
Okay.
she drank all of it.
How long did it take her to drink it?
5-10 minutes.
Did you have to force it down, or did she drink it herself?
She drank it.
Did she say anything during this time after you took the gag off her?
No, she didn't.
Now, how was she reacting?
She wasn't really reacting. She was just doing what she was told.
Had you made any threats to her?
I told her that I wouldn't hurt her if she cooperated.
Okay. And so did she finish the whole bottle of wine?
Yes, she did.
And what did you do then?
I put the cork back in and set it near the door so that I could take it with me when I left.
Take what with you?
The wine bottle.
Okay. And then what?
I went and took her downstairs, told her that we were going down to the van. Went down there, had her get into the back of the van, laid down on the back row of the seats, facing back, sideways. And I took her hands and tied one end to her hands and one end to the like a handle that's on the back of the passenger side seat. I then went back into the house. I took a cloth, wiped down anywhere that I could think of that there might be fingerprints, tried to see if I left anything behind, grabbed the wine bottle that I brought and the wine bottle that I had had her drink from. I took the wine glass, wiped it off, put it in the sink, grabbed her purse. Actually, I grabbed her purse earlier. Went back down to the car, closed the door, put the cat door back on, got into the minivan, started it up, and I asked Lauri where the controls for the garage doors were, and she told me that they were on the like the sun flap on the minivan.
Was a garage door opener?
Yeah.
All right. And what'd you do?
I opened the garage door, backed out, closed the garage door,
Okay.
and then drove off.
Diagrams that identify. Plaintiff's Exhibit 6, do you recognize this?
Yeah.
What is it?
It looks like the bottom floor plan, or at least I recognize over here. I didn't go into this area here.
Right. Okay. So, where did you enter into the garage at?
Which way?
This is the front for the garage door. This is the front door of the house.
Okay. Yeah, I came in through there.
This one here.
Yeah. And the truck was there.
Inside here.
Yeah.
The left side. And then the minivan was where it's located here.
Yeah.
Right. And which door did you enter in through?
I believe this one right here.
Okay. That's where that door was at.
Yeah.
So you didn't do anything there other than go up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you came down, is this where you go into the main?
Yeah. Yeah, I also grabbed all my stuff and threw it in a plastic bag and put it in the back of the van.
Okay. 60. 60. Minus Exhibit 61. You recognize this?
Yeah.
What's this?
This is the next level of the house.
And
I came up, I put the bottle of the wine that I brought right here, went over the refrigerator, I think it was, I found the wine bottles in. I checked out that room, and
two bedroom.
yeah, and then I went upstairs from there.
Okay. When you brought Ms. Waterman down, is this where'd you have her drink the wine at?
Right here.
Okay. Was she standing?
She was kneeling, I think. Yeah, I think she was kneeling.
And the purse you got from?
It was here, yeah.
Okay.
I think it was. There's like a chair or something in here that it was sitting on.
Okay. Now, when you left, are you sure you brought the empty bottle of wine with you?
I am quite certain that I brought the empty bottle of wine.
Okay. And then finally, Exhibit 62. You recognize this?
Yes.
What is this?
This was the upper floor.
Okay. Now, where was it that you were hiding at for the hour and a half?
Right here.
And where was the bedroom at?
Here.
And is this where the bed was at?
Yeah.
And where was she when you broke in and stepped over the side bed? Was
She was on this side.
the right side here?
Yeah.
All right. And the clothes you got for her, where'd you get them from?
I got him out of this dresser, and I think I might have got something, or she grabbed something when she was looking for a bra.
Okay.
Because she wanted a different one, I let her grab it, and it was from somewhere in here.
When you noticed that the glove tip was missing, did you look for it?
Yeah, but I didn't find it.
Where did you look in the bedroom for it?
I was in a lot of hurry. I don't think I was thinking straight, so I actually didn't really check that good.
Okay. Did you notice anything about the rope you were using? Was it the fibers?
I wasn't paying that much attention to it.
Okay. Now, after you drove the minivan out of the garage, did you close the garage door?
Yes.
How'd you do that?
I used the garage door controls in the minivan.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I drove out on the back roads in Craig till I got to the main road, drove to Quogue. Then I drove out of Quogue on the road that goes to 18 Mile, Makati, Thorn Bay. And I was looking for Jason.
And Mrs. Waterman was still tied up in the back?
Yes.
Did she have a gag on her?
No.
Was she saying anything?
I mean, the gag was there, but I'd taken it off. It was like around her neck.
Okay. Did she say anything?
No. Other than when I asked her where the controls for the garage door were.
Okay. I mean, as you were driving, she didn't say anything?
No.
Now, did you meet up with Mr. Arendt?
Yeah, I was driving out the road and I noticed his pickup truck ahead of me. So I flashed my lights and then I passed him. And then I slowed down and stopped by the side of the road and waited for him to come up behind me.
Did he?
Yeah.
And then what happened when he pulled up behind you?
He got out. I got out. He came up, asked me if I had her. I said yes. We said a few other things. And then we both got back in our vehicles and headed out. Stopped at 18 Mile. Again, I did to make sure to wipe down the vehicle. I was getting pretty nervous by that time. And Jason stopped behind me again, got out, asked me what I was doing.
Yeah. Now, what'd you wipe down with?
I used, I think it was paper towel, or I used a rag. I don't, something. I used something.
Okay. Now, you were still driving the van?
Yeah.
Mr. Aaron was in his truck?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see anybody else on the road?
I had seen several cars pass us when we were going out, both from past me when I was going from Craig to Quogue. I think one other passed on the way to 18 Mile, and a couple passed us on the way to Nakati.
Okay. They were going in the opposite direction you were?
Yeah.
Okay. So then where'd you then drove to?
Drove out to the site that the pictures that we had up before.
Okay. What happened when you got there?
I stopped. I waited for Jason to show up.
How long did you wait for him?
A few minutes.
Okay. Then when he parked, did he park in behind you?
Yeah.
And did you leave your headlights on or did you turn them off?
Left him on.
Okay. Then when Mr. Arendt showed up, what happened then?
Got out, opened the minivan door. I don't know if it was him or me. One of us set a plastic bag on the ground.
How big was the bag?
It was like one of the big garbage bags.
Okay.
I had Lauri kneel on it.
Did you have to pull her out or did she come out voluntarily?
Well, when you're in a position like that, it's kind of hard not to come out if someone's trying to get you out. So I basically had to lift her up because it would have been impossible for her to get up otherwise.
Okay. Now, is she still bound?
Yeah, hands and feet.
Okay. Is a rope still on her?
Yes.
And could you tell if she was intoxicated by this time or not?
I think so. I wasn't paying attention really. I didn't really check at that point, but I would assume that she was.
Did she say anything?
No, she didn't.
Okay. Did she make any type of sounds?
No, she didn't.
All right. Was she conscious?
Yes.
So what happened then?
Had her kneel. I attempted to break her neck
And
backwards
How'd you do that?
by yanking up on the chin, forcing it back.
Okay. How
That
far
didn't-
back did you pull her chin up? Her head back?
A ways, but
Judge,
Yeah.
can we take a break? Can we take a break, please? I'm sorry, we need to take a
We'll go ahead and take a break, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Please remember the admonition, don't discuss the case with one another. Keep an open mind.
Oh my gosh.
Well, dang, was she about to vomit or something?
I
mean, it
think-
looks like it.
I think so. Let me get the other video up. Holy crap. That's
Projectile
horrible.
vomit? Yeah, I mean, you know what? What are you going to do at that point, right?
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like,
I mean, you basically I hate this saying, but you made your bed, now you gotta lay in it, right?
And Lauri had to know who had her because he didn't say his
Yeah.
face was covered. So she was aware of those guys, at least of
Even-
Brian, I think.
Well, I feel like even if they did have their faces covered, she probably would have recognized their voices. I mean,
Yes.
again, the town is small, you know?
Well, and she worked at the school, so
Yep.
she was aware, like, she did not want her daughter dating freaking 24-year-old men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, so she had to know who had her. It just, you know how bad that would hurt just to pull your, just like pulling your chin
Yeah.
back as far as it'll go. Just like your
Yeah.
neck's just gonna magically snap.
Well,
Like,
I mean, he probably drew out a entire D&D story about this and followed his script for D&D and thought it would work, but in reality, life
mean,
isn't D&D.
he's this huge man, you know.
He's a pretty big dude. I just seeing his arm stretch out when he pointed up.
Yes.
He
I
is a
was just
pretty
like,
big dude.
can you imagine seeing, well, she didn't see it come out of the, like him come out of the dark because she was on her stomach. So then you just wake up with this person on you and you're like,
Right.
okay. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, you got to know you're believing, hope, you know, you're probably hoping for the best that, okay, they're really not going to hurt me. But when she saw Jason, she had to know, like, this is not going to end well for me.
Yeah. Man.
I don't know, Frank. I don't know. It, I, I, I don't know. I'm just
That's the
like,
thing with these kind of cases is like stuff like that, like what she did where she was like just walking away, like, you know, they asked for a break, she just stormed the courtroom basically out,
that's what made
holding
me
her
think she was
mouth. I mean,
throw up.
yeah. I mean, you sort of saw her like jolt forward, you know, meaning whatever, but it's sometimes you think like, oh, is it a show or is it this? And that's where you kind of run into those things where we always talk about, you know, where it's you can't judge somebody because they don't react to something, or you can't judge them because they overreact to something. You know, it's
And
22.
this guy's telling the story of what he did to this woman, like,
Yeah, yeah,
just like everybody else. Like, it's just another freaking day.
yep.
I like, I don't know what was going on in that town. Like, it, and you know, Chloe, I don't know. Like, did she put him up? I don't
Well,
know.
that's the thing is like, well, she was a blogger and she did all this stuff, you know, wrote a bunch of stuff about her mom. I mean, she was a teenager, like you said in the beginning, where it's like when we're all kids, we always blame everybody else for our issues and problems, right?
Yep. Especially your
You know,
parents.
then yeah, especially your parents. And then when you get older, you know, you whatever. I mean, for me, when I got older, I went to therapy. Then I found out it really was my parents' problem. Just kidding. But
I tread very lightly with you on these topics because I know, like, I'm not saying anything towards you when I say anything.
yeah, I totally understand. But you know, I didn't, you know, unalive anybody or, you know, it was just life for me, you know. I'm sure for her it was a different thing because she grew up in a small town and like you said, there wasn't much to do there. And she seemed more of like a big city kind of person, you know, which kind of seems like a most small town kind of gals stories.
Yep.
They grow up in a small town, they want to be bigger than life and have all these dreams and all this stuff. And, things happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
And Ronnie, I don't know. Did she really dislike her mom, or was she just running her mouth because she
Yeah,
was frustrated?
Yep.
And then these guys were going to come in and save her.
Yeah.
Like, you
Well,
know,
she was down with the D&D, so they would have done basically anything for her.
oh,
So,
she did the D, but whatever. It's weird. It's just weird that she dated both of them. Flash. I get it, Flash Man. It is your brain.
well, now seeing him though, it totally makes sense in my head now. I'm thinking of like someone completely different in my head of like what this guy on the stand was before when I read about him. Like I pictured someone completely different, but now
Yeah.
seeing him, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense now,
Yeah.
super nerdy kind of type kid, probably, and unfortunately, these are just like life things that happen, in America. Where it's just like you look like a nerd, you are a nerd. You're not going to get many girls, like all these things, And there's this girl that's interested in you, and she likes playing D&D, and she likes the things that you're into. It's a big deal.
Yeah. I don't know. No, he's not done, Flash Fan. I agree with Snipe Hunter that she didn't. If she was involved in this, she did not understand what she was doing. Not that she didn't know what she was doing, but she didn't understand the ramifications of what was going to happen when she did it.
Wow.
It's permanent. Like she's not coming back.
Yeah.
Your mom's
Yeah,
gone.
I understand what you're saying. Maybe. That's the thing is no one ever really knows, right?
Right.
None of us were there. She could have walked out and really felt those things, like she was going to vomit or whatever she felt from his testimony. She could have really genuinely felt those things.
Yeah.
But we don't know. We weren't there amongst all of her feelings and her 24-year-old boyfriends and all these things that happened in her life. We don't know, really.
No. And yeah, Frank, most of us have, we hated, like we thought we hated our parents. We were just mad.
Yeah.
We weren't getting our way generally. They didn't let us do something we wanted to do. So we just like, I hate you, whatever.
Right.
But we didn't want him dead.
Right.
I'm glad you got the new dog door flap, John.
They only had one left. Hey.
We don't want any ogres hiding in your house. Like,
yeah, right.
The dog door. Ton of wackadoodles hide out in Alaska, the long dark winters with only 3 hours of light each day. I would absolutely think they would have a great effect on the mind. I couldn't do it.
Well, a lot of people who go and live in Alaska, in these small islands and small cities and towns in Alaska, a lot of them have like ex-con, backgrounds. They're just like trying to live their own life and be like basically left alone in these small little communities,
Yep.
So
yeah, I couldn't do it. But Flash Fan. I was mad at my mom when she didn't let me eat pulled pork.
Of course you were.
Unalive her. I'm glad you did not, Flash Fan. It's like that with my mom, but I will always hate my dad, but I'm not going to take him out. Please don't, Chloe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the pictures, but man, I could not.
It is extremely beautiful in Alaska.
Me too. They're crazy.
Vampires are rampant in Alaska.
I've seen it in
I've seen it in movies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're crazy. What's up, Brandon? Mr. Brandon.
Superstar.
It's weird to call him that. Mr. Brandon.
Yeah, that is kind of. I'm just gonna forever call him Super Son. So.
All right, let's keep rolling. We got
Let's do
another
it.
about an hour left. See what he
Okay.
has to say. See if she's back.
All right.
Please be seated. We continue on record with the jury present, Mr. Hamilton online. Go ahead, Mr. West. And Mr. Radel, I remind you that you remain under oath.
Is that sound still okay? Because this sounds a lot louder to me. But if it's okay, I will leave it.
It
No
is a little
flashbang.
louder, but
Okay. I can turn it down.
it sounds okay to me. I mean, I can hear
Alright.
it clearly.
Okay. Let me know, you guys, if I need to turn it down. But no, Flashman, that's not Let's Go. That's my Brandon.
Don't want to get those two confused. Jeez. Good Lord.
Mr. Radel, now, when we broke, you testified she's on the ground. How is she on the ground? Is she standing or what?
Kneeling.
Kneeling. And are you having to hold her up? Or she's able to kneel by herself?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, before I tried to break her neck, she was kneeling on her own.
Then the first time you tried to break her neck, were you standing behind her or in front of her or on the side of her?
Behind her.
Okay. And where on her head were your hands?
One at the back of her neck, one on her chin.
Okay. And then when you said you pulled her head back, did you jerk it back or were you pulling it steadily?
I tried to jerk, but I don't think, well...
I can't hear you.
I tried to jerk, but I don't think nothing happened.
Okay, so what'd you do then?
I tried to break her neck sideways.
And in what way? What do you mean by sideways?
Pushing on the chin, basically trying to use brute strength.
Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
From behind,
Right.
using one hand to push on the chin.
Right. Okay, were you trying to like turn her head around
Yeah.
completely? Okay. And how far were you able to get her head around that way?
Somewhere in this area.
At least 90 degrees over?
I think a little bit before that, I wasn't able to get, naturally, she was fighting by that time, so.
Okay. She was still restrained though?
Yes.
Okay. And so how many, did you do that just once or how many times did you do that?
It was drawn out.
Okay. How long a time?
A couple minutes.
Okay. And what'd you do then?
Laid her down on the ground. Jason handed me the flashlight that he had. Actually, I guess that didn't happen until a little later. Jason held her down for me. I karate chopped her in the throat,
With what?
the side of my hand.
Okay, which hand?
I think it was my left hand,
Okay. And which part of the hand did you use?
this part.
The bottom part of your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. And which part of the throat was it the front or the sides?
Here.
Okay, the front. And how many times did you try to karate chop her?
Couple times.
Okay. And what effect did it have?
I couldn't tell any at that point. I wasn't sure. I wasn't really sure how you were supposed to do that if you're going to kill somebody that way. So,
Okay. So what'd you do then?
Jason had a flashlight. He handed it to me. I think I might have asked for it. I really wasn't paying. Well, he continued to hold her down.
Flashlight he had, was he holding it or did he have to go get it?
He had been holding it.
Okay. And what kind of flashlight was it?
It was one of the cheap ones that you buy in the store. I don't know what the name of it is. It's a disposable flashlight.
Is it one of those that are round tubes or is it different?
Yeah, no, it was like, it got a little angle about yay tall.
Okay. And so you got the flashlight and how would you hold it?
I was holding it the way you'd normally hold it,
Okay.
and I used the bottom of it I struck her repeatedly in the throat.
Okay. And which part of the throat?
Same place.
On the front. And where was she at when this was going on?
She was on the ground.
She was lying on the ground?
Yes.
She on her back or her side?
Back.
Okay. And was she struggling or doing anything at this time when you were hitting her?
I really,
Didn't pay attention? Didn't look?
I was doing my best not to look.
Okay. How many times did you strike her in the throat with the flashlight?
At least a half dozen,
How hard were you hitting her?
as hard as I could.
And what happened then?
She didn't die
Okay. How could you tell that?
because she was breathing.
All right. Were her eyes open or closed, or did you look?
I wasn't looking.
Okay. Then, so what did you do then when you saw she was still breathing?
She also, at that point, she did say something.
What was? Could you make it out?
Said, "Can I ask a question?" But I think she was too delirious by that time to
Okay.
realize I would let her ask the question.
And did you answer?
I said, "What is it?" But she just kept repeating,
Okay.
"Can I ask a question?"
So didn't say anything else then?
No, Jason said something, but I didn't say anything.
Do you remember what he said?
He got down in front of her, and it's like he'd been on the other side when he'd been holding her down, and he'd gotten up. By that time, was kind of standing up a few feet away. He came around the other side, because by that time she was kind of on her side, and he crouched down in front of her and said something along the lines of, "You won't ever effing hurt Rachelle again."
Okay. And what did you do then?
Me and Jason attempted to suffocate her
And how did you do that?
by placing our hands over her mouth.
Who placed their hands on her?
I did. I think Jason did, but I'm not too sure on that. I wasn't paying much attention. I had to let go at one point to check her pulse.
And what part of her face did you cover?
The mouth and nose at one point. Both at one point, just the nose at one point.
And how did you have your hand over her mouth?
Like this.
Cupped over on the cup of your hand? And how did you have her nose covered? Pinched it?
Yes.
All right. And how long did you do that for?
Jason timed it. I think it was 4 minutes.
Okay. And after 4 minutes, what did you do?
It was taking a long time, so we took her, and she was still alive because I could hear her breathing, and stuck her in the van.
Okay. Now, when you talked with the troopers, particularly on that last interview on Friday when you were arrested, you never mentioned anything about Jason putting hands over her.
We had originally had a plan that I was supposed to take the blame.
Okay.
And essentially I was still sticking with that to some extent.
Okay. And you also told the troopers that by that time, when you put her in the van, she had stopped breathing.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I believe Jason said that, but no, she was rasping in the back of the van. I said that it took a little while, that eventually I stopped hearing her.
Breathing?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you put her in the van, where'd you put her in the van at?
Same place that I had before.
Okay. You didn't try to put her in the driver's seat? Why not?
I don't think I wanted to be looking at her.
Okay. Wasn't your plan to put her in the driver's seat and then probably push the vehicle over so you're like...
Well, yeah, but at that point, it was pretty obvious that it wasn't going to work.
Okay.
She was dirty. She was bruised. And it was just not going to look like an accident.
Okay. So you put her in, did you put her in the back of the van or did Jason help you
We
put her?
both did.
Okay. In basically the same position as she had her in before?
I think so. We just put her in.
Okay. Did you tie her back?
No.
All right. After you got her into the van, what did you do with the garbage bag that you had on the ground?
Jason ended up picking it up, and I think he put it in his truck.
Okay. And so what did you decide at that point to do?
We decided that there was a place that we had checked out before during our planning stages, and we decided to dump the van there because it was the only other place that we checked out.
Okay. And where was that at?
It was up the 3012 road.
And you were familiar with it?
We'd gotten familiar with it by a couple months before.
Okay. How'd you do that?
We were driving around looking for lakes and ended up driving up that road and drove up one of the back roads. And as I said, it was the only area that we really had checked, so it was the only area we really knew about.
Okay. The area's not far from Thorn Bay, though?
No.
But you didn't go there when you were growing up?
No. I mean, I may have, but I would have been little, so I don't remember.
Okay. So then you decided to go to that area, and did you do anything at the scene before you left?
Took the gasoline.
That's the dad, for those of you that haven't seen him before. The husband of Lauri and Rochelle's dad. Just so you know. And Captain Kinger. Whoever. You make me laugh.
Poured it in the van.
No, I mean at the scene at the site where you were killing Ms. Waterman. Did you do anything else at that particular scene?
I don't think so. There wasn't anything else to pick up or...
Okay. All right. So you got into the van,
Yeah.
and Mr.
I have an email message that Mr. Hamilton is not chronological.
If we could stand by for a moment until it's
Sure.
reconnected. Mr. Hamilton, can you hear me all right?
Yes, sorry, Judge, yes.
All right. And we stopped the proceedings as soon as I received the email that you had been cut off.
Okay.
I'm assuming that was just a moment or two of testimony.
Yeah, it was about 3 minutes ago, something like that, probably, Judge.
Okay. All right then. Go ahead, Mr. West.
Yeah. Mr. Radel, you said you put in, after you put Ms. Waterman's body into the van, you got into the van.
Yes.
And what vehicle did Mr. Arndt get into?
His pickup truck.
Okay, and who drove away first? Or who followed who?
I pulled out first and turned around, and he was following the van.
Okay. And he followed you all the way to the location?
Yeah.
And where'd you go to?
It was a branch road at the 3012 road.
Okay, how long did it take you to get there?
30, 45 minutes, I'm not sure.
Now, the road that you went up, the one particular, does that road branch off?
Quite a few times.
Yeah. Why did you pick that particular branch to go up?
Because it was one that we'd been on before. It was the one that we'd been on the most.
Okay. Now,
It was also very rough.
okay. Was it difficult to get the van up the road?
Yes.
Okay, and why is that?
The road was washed out in numerous places.
Okay. And was Mr. Arndt following behind you?
Yes.
Okay. And did you go as far as you could on the road?
Yes.
There was a barrier preventing you from going any further?
Yeah, there was a water bar.
And so So you parked up near the water bar?
A little bit before it.
Okay. And when you parked the vehicle, was it in the same direction as the road, or were you pointing it
It
down?
was pointing towards the side of the road.
Okay. And so when you stopped the car at that point, what did you do then?
I put it in park. I got out, went around to the other side, opened the door, checked Lauri's pulse. Jason had mentioned that he'd had some sort of medical training or something, so he checked her pulse too. There wasn't any pulse that either one of us could notice at that point.
Where did Mr. Errant park his truck at?
There was another road that also was water barred that went up the hill a little bit.
Okay.
He parked down next to that.
All right. Then, so after the two of you checked to see if you could find a post and you didn't find one, what did you do then?
Started collecting all the stuff that I felt should be burned. Went and got the gas jug out of Jason's truck and poured it inside the minivan.
Okay. Where at in the inside of the minivan did you pour it?
All over.
Where were you?
I think it was mainly the front. I don't think I'd poured it into the back seat.
Okay. Which door did you use were you in when you were pouring it?
The sliding door on the right-hand side.
Okay. Did you pour any of the gas on Lauri's body?
Yes.
And
At that point, that was primarily where
okay.
I poured.
And the windows on the van, were they up or down?
I rolled them down.
Okay. Which ones were those that you rolled down?
The front passenger and front driver's side windows.
Okay. And then after you poured the gasoline, did you empty the whole thing in there, or did you?
No. Probably put a gallon in at that point or so.
Okay.
Then I forget, I ran back for something. I think I was going back. Jason had like a lighter or something in his truck, and I'd taken the vehicle out of park and put it in neutral. Mm-hmm. And while I was down the hill, it rolled over the embankment.
Okay. How far down did it go?
20 feet maybe.
Okay. Much damage done as it went down there?
No.
Okay. What did you do then? Where were you at when the van rolled down?
I was down like near Jason's truck.
Okay. Did you see it go down, or you just hear it?
I saw like the back end as it was going over.
Okay. So when you saw it going over the embankment, what'd you do?
Ran back up, then ran back, got the gas jug, and went down the embankment, poured most of the tank into the back of the vehicle.
How did you do that?
Turned it.
I mean, how did you pour it into the back of the vehicle?
Just spread it around.
I mean, did you open anything to get to it?
Oh, I opened the hatch back.
You pulled the hatch open?
Yeah.
Okay. And then is that how then you poured more gas that way?
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
Because I was afraid of going alongside the vehicle.
Okay.
In case it rolled or something. It was pretty hard to get down there in the first place.
Okay. So then what did you do?
I ran a trail of gasoline back up the hill.
From the van?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened?
Jason had got his lighter back, went to find it. In the process, lost track of where the trail of gasoline was. It had been raining or snowing or something, so it was wet. So ended up Jason had a roll of paper towel that he brought up, dipped that in a little bit of gasoline, lit it, and threw it down into the van.
Okay. You threw it? I can't hear you.
Yes,
And where were you standing when you threw the lit paper
I was
towels?
standing on the edge of the road.
Okay. So was the paper towels like bolted?
No, it was like the paper roll.
Yeah.
It only had a little bit left on it.
Okay. Did you take any of the papers loose, or did you just put
No.
gas on that?
Just dipped one end of it
Okay.
in the gas.
And then lit it with a lighter?
Yes.
And then you threw it and it was able to make it in?
Yeah.
Okay. The hatch was still open at that point?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened when you threw the lit paper towels in?
It took a little bit to light. Eventually, it lit a little bit. At that point, me and Jason ran down the hill to get in his truck. About the time we were getting in, we heard a dull whomp. And at that point, Jason said we needed to get out of there. So we turned the truck around and headed down the hill.
Could you see the truck burning as you were driving away?
When we were on the lower side, we saw some of the flames,
Okay. Was it a very big fire?
reasonably big.
How light was it by this time? Was it
It was
dark?
starting to get light. It was dusk. I mean, or dawn, whatever it was.
Okay, so about what time was it?
I'd say 5:30.
Okay. This is the end of November. Wouldn't it be closer to 8 or so? 7?
No, we didn't get. It wasn't even 8 when we got back to Hollis.
Okay. So then, as you were driving away, who was driving?
Jason.
And you were in the passenger seat of his truck?
Yes.
And where did you go then did you go back to the main road?
Yes, we went back to the main road.
And then where'd you go?
We headed down towards Hollis. Stopped on a little side road and burned what we had left of gloves, socks, whatever was left.
And about where was that location at?
Somewhere out towards Hollis. I don't really know the mile marker.
Okay. Was it fairly close to Hollis?
I think so.
All right. Was it close to Harris River?
Yeah.
All right. Was there anything near where it was burnt at?
Pickup truck. Old
Okay.
pickup truck.
And what did you burn there?
Gloves, duct tape, socks, sandals, the cotton cloth rags, the garbage bags. Might have had some other things, but I don't know.
Did you put the ropes there?
I think so.
All right. The sandals you had did you wear those?
I had worn them.
Huh?
I had worn them.
Okay, where?
I switched into them when I was in the garage.
Okay. So you were wearing them in the house, or once you got in the garage, you wore them?
Yes.
Okay. Did you change back to the boots after you left the house?
I think I had a pair of tennis shoes that I switched into.
Okay. And the duct tape that you burned, was it the remaining roll, or what?
It was all the duct tape, and the duct tape that had bound her, the roll. Now, there was still some of the roll left. When I got back to Hollis, I still had some of the duct tape left, I think.
Okay, so you didn't burn up the rest of the roll.
I don't really remember if I did or didn't. I bought some duct tape a couple days later, or a day later or something, so I'm not really sure.
All right. So then after you burnt all these items, where did you go next?
I went to Lee Edwards, or
Okay.
we did.
And what happened when you got to Lee Edwards, the house?
Jason dropped me off. He decided he was going to go home. So I grabbed everything, put away any of the tools that I'd had, went in to the bedroom that I was at, and laid down.
Okay. Now, did you remove the gas tank can from the Jason's truck? Okay.
Jason said he was going to fill that up.
All right. That was Sunday morning that you got back to your house then?
Yes.
Where did you tell him that you were that night?
That I'd been at home
With who?
with Jason.
Okay, the whole night.
Yeah.
You did tell him, though, you had been to Craig earlier in the day?
Yes, that I'd gone into Craig and bought some stuff.
Okay. And you told him you did have no knowledge about Mrs. Waterman's death, right?
Yes, I told him that.
Did they ask you to provide a sample from your
Yes.
mouth? Okay. So they swabbed the inside of your mouth?
Yes.
Okay. Did they take any photographs?
I don't know if they took photographs at that point. I think they took, no, I don't know. I remember the swab. They may have taken fingerprints. I don't remember anything else.
Okay. Was it then or was it the next day that they took photographs of your boots, or do you remember?
I wasn't there when they took the photographs of the boot. Oh, I was. Yeah, I guess I was. That was a different pair of boots, though.
That wasn't these?
No.
You sure?
Yes, because the pair that I'd worn was size 8s.
Okay. Size what?
Size 8s.
8s?
Yes.
And what'd you do with those boots then?
Which ones?
The ones you wore that night?
He's 6'5" and he wears a size 8? Like,
He
that's
only wears
weird.
a size 8 in Munchkin Land.
I mean,
Like, get bent, bro. Like, no one's believing this shit.
don't wear a size 8. Like, you wouldn't. What?
Come on.
That, like,
Absolutely ridiculous.
for one toe. I mean, yeah.
That's
Like, you
awfully
just-
small feet. Yeah,
Like-
get bent. I wear a 7 in women's. That's like a child's 5 in men's.
Yeah, like, that's weird.
No, he's.
I agree, whoever, like, he wouldn't be able to balance. He just fall
What is he
over.
missing? What is he missing? 4 toes in his shoe? Come on.
Yeah, like, that.
Ridiculous.
Hey, give me something else.
Yeah. Nice argument, but unfortunately, yo mama.
This feet must have been kind of wild. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my husband's like 6 foot and wears a 10 and a half. He does this dude does not wear freaking 8. That's just pissing me off now.
No, I mean, my husband is 5 something and he wears 11 and a half. Come on. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
This is just like,
You're going to need at least an extra 2 inches for the hair on your toes if there's anything on the hair on your head. Good Lord. Unbelievable.
I'm not Frank. I'm not familiar with the American shoe sizes, and I'm too lazy to Google.
Yeah.
Chloe, I'm still a 3 in kids' shoes. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
That's tiny. Yeah.
Unlike this guy,
Wow.
nothing about this guy is tiny. His unibrow's huge. His hair's huge.
So, okay. So Sir Frank says his son's old, who's 6'6", wears 13s or 14s. Yeah, not an 8.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, like that's insane. Oh my gosh. They wear small shoes. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm just too busy seeing this guy try to stand up. No wonder. They're like, he doesn't need to stand up in court.
Snipe, don't tell us to live our lives. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh. That is a true fact, Jenny. Me
Was he
too.
like he's a giant. He's like, I'm a giant, but I wear a 4.5 shoe. Thank you.
Yeah, he bound his feet.
We believe you.
Sure. Because, if that was the case, if she ran, you'd just be like behind her trying to catch her. Like,
Right?
no way. Small feet, small mind. You know the rest.
Ronnie. Hola, señorita bonita. ¿Cómo está?
Oh my goodness. Snipe is not getting you out of there.
Gabby, I know I'm not getting you out of there. You know what? I'm gonna remember this tonight. I'm gonna remember it. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, that's like that's why the car started rolling. He just stood there and watched it because it's like couldn't stop it with his
Yeah.
feet.
Well, he was too busy tying his ballerina shoes.
Maybe that rubber glove tip was actually his entire love glove.
Anything's possible, Bri.
Gross. Maybe that's why he's messed up in his head. All the blood gets restricted to his head because of his crammed feet into small shoes. Ah, so many things. All right, sir. Well, let's see what other dumb things you have to tell us. No feet like Red Flintstone. The laces were loose. Something's loose. Oh my gosh. All right.
I left him at Lee Edwards.
Okay, did you do anything to him?
No.
Okay.
The boots that I modified were my normal boots that I wore.
Your normal boots?
Yes.
You didn't?
I'd worn those set of boots going down the hillside to the minivan when I set it on fire.
Okay. So you're saying that the boots that you had him photographed weren't the ones you were using that night?
No. I had used it that morning. I'd put them on that morning
Which morning?
when shortly before I set the van on fire. I switched into my normal boots, which I believe were either size 13s or 14s.
Okay. You were able to get your foot into a size 8 boot?
It was one of the ones that only goes up to your ankle, and it was extra tough, so since they're rubber, it stretched around my foot.
And so which boot?
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, sir, for not. Oh my gosh. I don't know. More than women, apparently. But at least
What was he using? Diving slippers? Jesus.
I don't know. But they were extra tough, so they were stretchy. Whatever. Size 8, size 13. That's a lot of difference. At least I think. I don't know. I don't know men's sizes that well, but it seems like a lot of difference.
Well,
Yeah. Rubber doesn't stretch that much. I am not asking how you know.
well, I mean, I can guess, but not on live.
Yeah,
or not
I
on
don't-
this live.
Yeah, but yes. You know, we've all heard Carmen tell the story. I'm not like that. No effing way 13, 14 could even fit into a size 8 water shoe. Yeah,
Yeah, no way.
yep. Ronnie, ballet slippers.
No, legit. Like that's what he's talking about here. He's talking about he's fitting his ginormous foot into a tiny ballet slipper. Like, come on, no one's believing that.
Yep. And yeah, he was trying to cover his tracks for sure with the smaller boot. I mean, there's no other reason to wear them, but why take your other ones and change into them if you've like your size 8 all around the site and then they're just like a size 13 showed up out of nowhere, didn't walk in.
I mean,
just
obviously,
fell out
his
of the
fairy
sky?
godmother flew in.
I mean, my gosh, ET was out there.
Apparently.
For you that don't know, the map that the state trooper had that they drew up literally looks like ET's phone and home. It looks like ET. These little 2 fingers and his long arm. It was hilarious. And it's horrible.
It's literally E.T.'s arm, and he's just saying, E.T. phone home.
I'm telling you, they should have highlighted the end of one of those fingers. That would have been
I mean,
funny.
we could do that in Photoshop somewhere.
I know. I remember cracking up laughing when I saw that map. I'm like, am I the only one seeing this?
No, I saw it, and I was like, is that E.T.'s fucking hand? Or is that fallopian tubes? What am I missing here? What is happening?
What's up, Adair?
Hello again.
Thanks for listening. On your way to peanut butter. I know it's pickleball. All right. And back to the AM interview of the year with all the
Size
static.
4. Size 4 shoe. Watch out.
Yeah, I'm just yeah. Whatever. I don't know.
Who was it that you altered by melting the,
It was my regular boots
and why did you alter those?
because I figured I could have left footprints on the hillside going down to the minivan.
You didn't think you left footprints at the house?
I figured I had, but they were other shoes.
Okay. So which shoe did you use when you broke into the house?
I was wearing the size 8s when I broke into the house.
Okay.
I switched into, I believe it was a size 15 sandal while I was in the house.
Now, did you get rid of any other evidence as well?
Yes.
What other stuff did you get rid of?
I got rid of my coat, the jeans that I'd worn, and I think that was it.
Okay, and how did you do that?
I went and stuffed it under a stump.
Okay. Did you burn anything else?
No,
Okay. You didn't burn anything in the wood stove at the...
that was simply something I told the police.
Okay. What did you tell them that you burnt there
I think I just said I burned everything.
in the wood stove?
Yeah, I think all the evidence, I think I just said that I'd burned it there.
But the other stuff you said you left in a stump?
I left the coat and the pants. The rest of the stuff I'd burned out by the pickup truck.
Okay. Did you burn all the stuff there, or did you you said you put some stuff in in a stump?
That was the coat and the pants.
Okay. And that was left at the Harris River area where you'd burnt your other stuff?
No.
Okay. When did you leave? When did you hide the stuff in the stumps?
After the police talked to me.
Okay, the first time,
Yes.
either Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
And how close to Lee Edwards' house was it that you hid the stuff?
Within a mile.
Okay. But it wasn't near where you burnt the other stuff?
No.
Okay. And was that the stuff that you lied to the troopers and said that you had burned in the wood stove?
Yeah. Well, I basically had said everything I'd burned.
Okay.
I didn't bring up about the burn site. I said I burned it all on the stove.
Now, on Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, Jason Aaron came over to your residence
Yes.
and talked with you.
Yes.
You all went riding in his truck.
Yes.
Okay. And the two of you talked about what had happened.
Yes.
Okay. And were you aware that he was wearing a wire at the time?
No.
You're certain you weren't aware of it?
I thought that the police had a bionic ear or something, or listening in from nearby.
Okay.
I just didn't think he would wear a wire. I'd already told him I was willing to take the fall, and I would have thought that he would have just told me rather than done it that way.
Okay. So you figured that the police were out there recording what you were saying?
I walked up to one of the vehicles and asked some questions. It was a trademark police type of vehicle, not something that somebody normally would buy.
Okay. So when you were talking to Jason, you knew that you were, or you figured you were...
I basically knew I was being recorded. I didn't know it was a wire.
Okay. And then after that, you moved... So right after that conversation, you moved back to your parents' house that same night?
Yes.
And it was that night that the troopers contacted you in Thorn Bay and interviewed you again and then arrested you?
Yes.
Okay. And then you talked to him the next day on the 19th about what happened, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you were talking with the troopers, you described this as a, quote, cold-blooded, quote. Is that still your view?
It was a murder. At the same time, at that time, I was trying to take the blame. I was trying to look as bad as possible.
So you don't think it was cold-blooded now?
It was murder. I mean, I didn't want to do it. But I don't know. The perception that I was trying to get across at that point was someone who would be willing to go out and do it on their own without anyone else's input.
But in your interview with the troopers, particularly that last one on the 19th, you did talk about how Jason was involved in the murder, didn't you?
Yes, I still didn't tell everything.
Now,
I was in between.
okay. Now,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last answer.
I was in between.
now, how did you get involved in the plan to kill her?
Jason came and asked me to help him kill her.
And when was this?
Originally, he had said he wanted to kill her. Probably it would have been sometime late August or I think it was the end of August.
2004.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you agree to help him?
Not at that point.
Okay. Did he ask, how many times did he ask before you agreed?
He pretty much just kept bringing it up after I told him that I wouldn't kill somebody unless somebody's life was in jeopardy. He just would bring up that he felt that it was better off if Lauri was dead.
What was the reason he gave the asking you to kill her?
He felt that Lauri was a threat to Rachelle.
Okay. Did you agree with him?
At that time, I didn't think she was that much of a threat.
Okay. And so how long was it before the first time he first asked you when you finally decided to agree?
Well, a couple weeks later, he ended up coming to me and asking me to help him kill Lauri. And he told me that Lauri had threatened Rachelle's life.
Okay. And at that point, you then agreed to get involved in her killing.
Yes, I did.
Who took the major role at that point?
At that point, it was supposed to be both of us. It'd been said that we were each to go home, and he'd go home and he'd try to come up with something. I'd try to come up with something, and we'd get back together once he was available again.
And did you two of you come up with any plans?
Yes, Jason came up with. He thought of injecting Lauri with bleach. I'd brought up using my boat, my 36-foot boat, fixing it up, getting a skiff, taking Lauri out in the boat, and filling a tub full of cement and throwing her overboard.
Okay.
Jason said that he didn't think that would work because he didn't normally go fishing, and he didn't think he could come up with an excuse to borrow his parents' skiff. So I said, what about a lake? And he thought that was a great idea. So it was decided to go with that. And we started trying to find a lake.
Okay. Were you able to locate a lake?
No, we were not able to locate a lake.
Okay. The Powak Lake, did you reject that one?
We never even brought that one up.
Okay. Isn't that about the largest lake in Southeast?
It was also very close to
Right.
a community.
Okay. Was there, did either of you come up with any plans about using explosives?
That was listed at the end. I think it was November. Basically, Jason said he needed a plan, and so I listed every possible thing I could think of, everything I'd seen on TV, anything possible, and let him pick one.
Was blackmail one of them?
That was not included in that list. That had been something that had been brought up in the past
Okay.
as a possible alternative.
And when did you come up with the idea for the DWI plan?
Originally, what I'd come up with was simply a car accident.
Okay.
Jason suggested getting her drunk and decided that he wanted it outside of town. So we ended up going out until we found a location that satisfied him, and
That was the scene where you killed Ms. Waterman?
yes.
Okay. Was that decided shortly before you actually committed the crime?
Probably a week.
Week? And how did you find out that Ms. Waterman was going to be home, or, before you say this, why'd you pick the weekend of November 13th and 14th?
Because Doc Waterman was going to be out of town and Rachelle Waterman was going to be at a tournament.
And how did you know that?
Jason told me.
Okay. And did he tell you how he found out that information?
I think he said that Rachelle had told him. He had, at one point in the past, probably from the very beginning, he'd mentioned that if Rachelle went to tournament, that he thought that would be the best time to kill her, kill Lauri.
And did he say why?
He didn't say why, he just said he thought that would be the best time.
Okay. And when did you find out that Doc Waterman would be out of town?
Jason just told me somewhere in the week and a half before the murder.
And when is it that you finally decided that you would go on it? Was it?
Well, we had discussed, what do you mean?
The final go, you said, Jason, you come over Saturday night or Saturday afternoon and we'll get the stuff and go. When
Well,
was that?
there really wasn't any time when it was discussed about not going. I brought that up when Jason originally mentioned it to me and said that he wanted it done on that date, but I had been rather forceful trying to see if we could wait till December at least, and he said that he didn't think there'd be another chance.
Okay. Now, did you discuss what you did prior to that night with anybody else other than Mr. Arendt?
No.
When Mr. Arendt came and talked to you, did he tell you anything about Ms. Waterman asking him to kill her mother?
I don't remember all of that one. I know he told me that back in, I think it was early September. But I can't say that I remember discussing that with him when he wore the wire.
Okay, but when he first approached you, did he tell you that Rachelle Waterman had asked him to help her?
He had
kill his
said
mother?
that he had brought it up to her originally when he first had come to me and said that he wanted to kill Lauri somewhere between then and when he finally asked me to help, and I said yes. He said he brought it up, and Rachelle had said she thought things were getting better or something along those lines. And when he came to me and I said yes, he said that he brought it up again, and Rachelle had said yes.
But do you remember him saying anything about that Rachelle had asked him to help?
He said he asked her.
Okay, and she said yes, that she wanted help.
That's what he said.
Okay. And this was in September?
I'd say early September.
Okay. Was there a time when you almost shot Mrs. Waterman?
Yes, there was.
And do you remember approximately when that was?
Mainly, I know it because of the email from the evidence that was presented, which was September 29th, and I'm assuming that when Jason said that was the date, that is the correct date.
Okay. But does the latter part of September sound about right?
Yes.
And tell us what happened there. How did you get started on it?
Jason had gotten a call from Rachelle, I assume, and I was on the computer. He went from the phone, which was in the living room. I was at his parents' place at this point. He went back through the hallway to his room, and I heard the sound of a rifle being loaded. And just because of things that had happened up to that point, I basically assumed that it had something to do with Lauri. So I went back, and he was in his room loading a rifle. And I was concerned that if I told him that I wasn't going to let him do it, he'd shoot me. So I said first that I wasn't telling him no, that I wasn't going to try to stop him, but what was he doing? And he informed me that Lauri had, I think he said something about, and again mentioned, threatened Rachelle's life, that Rachelle was afraid to go home, and that he was going to go up to the Craig school and shoot Lauri Waterman. And I tried to talk him out of it, brought up that despite the fact he thought he had hid the relationship, that I felt a lot of people knew he had been going out with Rachelle, and that if he shot Lauri, who would be the next person they looked at. I wasn't convincing him, so I said that I would do it. Give me a week. I'll try to come up with a plan. Tell Rachelle, try to get her to wait. And he ended up going, and I don't know whether he actually called her. I assume he did. He said that she was willing to wait. And so I spent the next week trying to come up with something that didn't involve going to jail, and I just couldn't come up with anything. So I finally decided just to go ahead with shooting Lauri.
Okay. And how was that to happen?
I was going to set up across from the school where the school road comes down to the main road. Lauri took Rachelle regularly to volleyball practice, I think it was, and I was going to shoot her when she came out after dropping Rachelle off.
Okay. And where was she going to be at when you shot her?
Where was who?
Mrs. Waterman.
Lauri?
No, yes, Lauri Waterman.
I figured she would stop at the stop sign where the road met the main road, and that I would have a fraction of a second then.
What kind of weapon were you planning on using?
A 30-30 Model 94 lever action Winchester.
Okay. And you thought that would be enough to get through the window and that being
It's
selected?
a 30 caliber round. It can stop a bear.
Okay. And is that the one that, but you never went through with that one?
No.
Okay. And is that the, how close did you come to doing that?
I don't really know. It never actually, I mean, I set up, but Lauri wasn't there.
Okay.
So I don't know how close I was or not.
Well, you were at the location to do it.
I was at the location, but I mean, mentally, I don't know. I even was debating it then. I don't know how close I came at that point.
Now, would you say that you were mostly involved in, that you did most of the planning and stuff of this murder plot?
I said that, but it was pretty much equal. I brought some stuff up, but Jason brought things up too.
What other things, did you do anything else to try to kill her, Mrs. Waterman, Lauri Waterman?
there was one time that, earlier on, when Jason first came to me, he was quite insistent we were going to kill Lauri within like a week or two, very soon. And so we went looking for a lake, and he was going to have us go ahead without, even though we hadn't found a lake. I don't know what we were going to do, but we were going to do something. And it turned out that there was some volleyball girls over, and I just wasn't interested in having anyone else possibly hurt.
So how close did you get on that one?
And found out the volleyball girls were there, said no.
Okay. So you didn't even go near the residence then?
No.
Okay. Other than the shooting one where you sat outside the school, and then the one where you actually went into the house and ended up killing her, is there any other time that you came close to killing Mrs. Waterman?
Well, I can't say it was close. There was one time a couple days before Jason had done the loading the rifle bit, that somewhere around there, I was at his place. Apparently Rachelle had been grounded from the computer, and Jason was freaking out because he couldn't get a hold of her. We ended up going over there. He wanted me to check out the house, make sure. He was saying that what if Lauri had killed Rachelle? What if Rachelle couldn't take it anymore and had killed Lauri and then was going to kill herself?
I agree. Whoever Jason starts every sentence starts with Jason. Jason said. Jason said this. Jason said that. Jason said. Rachelle said. And he made assumptions. And look where it got him. And Rachelle, she's 16 years old. I'm sorry. I was a 16-year-old at one time, a long, long time ago. We can be freaking dramatic. And maybe that's all that Rachelle was just over dramatic with Jason because it got her attention.
Yeah.
But she didn't mean
Well,
it wasn't because it was true.
It got him in an orange jumpsuit with no brush.
And for life.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a
Very
chance for
sad.
parole or not. I mean, I've really
I haven't
tried to
looked
not
any of that. Yeah.
look because we're
either.
trying to not, we don't want to know the end. But yeah, like everything is, I think Jason was a very controlling person. He thought he and Rachelle were just going to ride off into the sunset. Like it's just, this guy,
Well,
he seems to have, like, every once in a while I think, okay, you're thinking this through a little bit, but not obviously not enough.
yeah.
No, they're the same age, Shinny. Oh, Flash Man, I set you up for it. At least it's very naughty. I'm used to it, Snipe. He does this to me all the time. Oh, that is
Also,
very...
they couldn't ride off into the sunset. They'd have to fly off into the sunset.
Or, I don't know. But listening to him, and the state has not asked one. He asked about planning. This guy was like, him and Jason, him and Jason, him and Jason. The state didn't say, but Rachelle planned this too. Like, she knew
Right.
about it. He's not said that one time.
Yeah. Well, it's the same kind of thing with Pam Smart. These boys, just blindly following these females, and this guy's older than her, but in reality, he's probably not mentally older than her. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
Because he doesn't have very much experience in life. I don't think. I mean, that's what it seems to me.
Well, he does with young girls, apparently. I don't know.
Maybe those are the only ones he can get.
Ugh, it's bothering me.
Well,
All right. I'll go because I know grandma's on tonight, right? So
mm-hmm.
you're gonna be a little bit late. Sorry.
That's okay.
So we decided to go check it out. He made a phone call from Black Bear, and
That's Storm Clock.
yeah,
Okay.
Lauri answered the phone. Then we went over to Craig, stopped the vehicle at the same place we did on the night of the murder, went down the trail. When I was getting out of the vehicle, he had a large, I think it was a wire-wrapped handle knife that he'd been keeping in the vehicle that he handed to me. And he told me that if I didn't see anything, to go in and kill Lauri. And so I went down, and I was standing in front of the house looking. I couldn't see anything, but I just wasn't ready to kill anybody yet. So after a few minutes of waiting to see something, I didn't see anything. I went back up, got back in the vehicle.
Okay. Now, you were interviewed by the troopers on that Friday, weren't you? After your arrest. Friday after your arrest.
I really am not good at dates. I know they questioned me several times. That's all I know.
All right. There was a final interview before you were first brought to court. You talked with the troopers at the Craig Police Department, didn't you?
Which one?
I think it was the same. You were arraigned on I think it was Friday afternoon. It was shortly before then that they.
I really can't recollect. I know I talked to him. I talked to him several times. That's all I know.
On that last interview you talked to him, they asked you about the conspiracy and stuff, and you gave them a different explanation than what you talked about here.
Yes.
Okay.
As I said, I hadn't read the police reports yet. I hadn't realized exactly what Jason had said or the way that he was going. And at that point, I was still willing to take the majority of the blame.
All right. Let me play this portion of your statement. You can tell me if this is what you said.
Questions you want to ask. Okay. This question goes to how this plan came together. I mean, obviously, we arrested case. We brought him to talk for that. And he admitted to a number of other things. I just wanted to confirm this with you. First of all, essentially, he admits the fact that he kind of planned or she getting rid of Lauri. That it was his idea initially that we ought to kill Lauri to help Rachelle deal with her problems.
He planned with she, but past that, he had nothing to do with any sort of planning. I mean, there wasn't one bit of this that was his planning.
Okay, so he was kind of the idea man, but you're the follow through.
Yeah.
So I understand also, now that this, like you said last night, this occurred over a period of several weeks to a month, and you guys are plotting this. You guys discuss different scenarios on how you're going to do this?
Yes.
How to get in the house, how to kill her.
How to get in the house, where to take her out, how to take her out. Again, it wasn't really discussing it. I came up with different plans of what I was going to do. And there wasn't a plan that Jason actually came up with.
Okay, so he's more like bouncing ideas on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, now you said, I mean, was the original plan we're going to make this a car wreck? Or
original plan, it went through a lot of metamorphoses. I mean, we went through stages of where my personal desire of trying to find blackmail or something.
blackmail?
Just something that could possibly blackmail her.
Yeah. Okay. And this is again is a means to get her to stop abusing Rachelle. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry, anything yet? Yeah. So, tell me about some of these alternate plans. I mean, this kind of intriguing to me. How you would come up? What kind of ideas did you have?
Pretty much anything from the outlandish, unaffordable explosives.
Plus explosives around here. You can
Yes, but due to the lockdown on explosives, the kind of explosives that I want would be highly limited. I would be looking for the stuff that you get in a lasting pit.
you get tagged by ATS or by Homeland Security or something. Yeah. It's a recent event. Okay. So other explosives out, is that what other okay. Go back. Okay. Anyway, the interview with Jason today progressed, and the plan develops, and like he said initially, you know, people hadn't seen you were the go-to guy, you made it happen and investigated. Well, as the interviews have progressed, he's finally told us the truth about him. And this involves Rachelle. He gave her up. So I guess that's all
She never actually spoke to me. He spoke to me. I did not speak to Rachelle over this period.
okay, but Rachelle has a hand in this incident. She's kind of said, do this for me.
That's what he told me.
So she tells Jason, I want you guys to turn my mouth.
From what he told me, that's what I know. He spoke to me. So he spoke to me. I never actually spoke to Rachelle about any of this.
Okay, so he was the go-between.
Yeah.
Okay, so she did say, kill my mother for me.
Again, I can't say this.
Okay, but
I can say he told me.
And when did she first say this?
I don't know.
I mean, weeks ago, months ago.
Weeks, I'd say.
Okay. Did she ever, relate him? I mean, I think you never had direct contact with her. But I mean, did she say, okay, we're going to be gone this weekend. Now's a good weekend to do it?
Jason told me that he'd been informed that they were not going to be there over Friday and Saturday.
Okay. And that she had given orders that this was time to do it.
You know, she never actually gave orders that was the time to do it.
Okay.
But at least I didn't hear it. This was, once it got to that stage, plan of execution was my call.
Okay, so you were basically given the task of doing the dirty work. But
I didn't have to do the task, but it's like I said previously,
you willingly agreed to do that.
Yeah, I did not want murder on Jason's conscience. I mean, that was just her instead of not actually doing it.
I didn't do the same thing for herself.
Well, I never assumed she would ever be involved.
Well, I mean, you understand what a conspiracy is.
Yes.
Everybody has a role in it. Obviously you're the guy who did the deed, but these other people assisted you. Or
Jason assisted me.
Plan. Well, she's in on it. She's the analyst. She's the driver.
What I'm saying is, when it came to planning, she was definitely not involved in the planning. I did not want her to know anything. Because just like I knew I was taking a risk simply having Jason involved, every single mouth that does anything is one more mouth that can talk.
Right. Okay. Okay, I understand. So you basically kept her out of the loop because you don't want her to talk.
Yeah.
I can agree. To keep her out of the loop.
No. And I figure the more people that knew something, the more likelihood they would respond. For example, if you were questioning them, if they knew something, their eyes might light up, twitch, something. That would say they knew about a specific of what would happen. If the person doesn't know any specifics about it, they can't give anything away about it.
Right. But there still makes them a conspirator nonetheless.
Right. I understand.
Okay. So I keep my promises. You told me that like yesterday. And no matter how long it takes. Did you promise what?
I had given a promise to Jason and previously to Rachelle that if I was ever asked to do anything, at that time I hadn't actually meant murder, I would do it.
So you told that to Rachelle and she...
At one point I told Rachelle, I don't think apparently she spoke to Jason, she thought I was going to be involved in this. Jason conveyed to me that she had not pointed me out or anything. It wasn't like she was trying to get me involved at that point.
So she had gone to Jason first.
Yeah, and Jason came to me and asked me, and I said, okay.
But the Jason didn't have to tell them to do it?
I can't say exactly why he came to me, other than the fact that we were very close friends.
Okay.
And I was his blood brother and had made promises in the past that if he ever needed me for something, I would do it.
Okay. So she's like, for sure in on the starting phases of this.
From what Jason tells me, yes.
Okay. Alrighty. And so, just to confirm then, you then kind of get this idea and you run with it all.
Yeah.
You come out of the plan.
It's the simple fact that I had studied sort of different military and police enforcement over the years, so I knew more about what we might need. None of which I actually didn't like any of the plans. It was just a matter of time and just doing it. And personally, I didn't think it was funded or anything. I just didn't think it was funded. It takes money to get items if you want to use to do something like this. I didn't have lock picking tools. I didn't have anything that was professional.
Did Rachelle ever provide anything?
No, she didn't.
You or Jason?
I did.
You provided money to Jason?
I provided money. Jason, well, he covers fuel.
I see. Okay, basically paid for gas.
Yeah.
For his truck or the gas and he was the fire.
He did not pay for the fuel for the car.
That's the second borrow from the lane. That's differently.
Yes.
Okay. You know that after the fact, it was Jason in communication with Rachelle providing.
I do not record. I asked him some questions about that, but I never actually got the answer. So I don't know. From what I could tell, it seemed like he had not contacted her.
Okay. So you don't know if he called her and said, okay, we did it.
No, I had no clue if he did or not. I didn't have much contact with him other than a couple of phone calls asking how he was doing.
Okay. So everything in this organization is real and living here. You know, you're on one end, Michelle's on another, and Jason's in the middle. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other questions? No, right now. Okay, do we have more?
Naturally.
Okay.
That was you in your interview with police.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In your interview with the police, it was basically Jason came to you and you took over from there. Is that right?
As I said, even after I knew he'd had the wire, I still, in the police car that night, I tried to come up with that, oh, maybe he didn't know, maybe he thought it was blackmail. Even after he wore a wire, I was still trying to cover for him. If I was the one coming up with all the plans, I stated right there that I didn't like any of them. If I was the one calling the shots, why would we go ahead with plans that I didn't like?
But on the tape, you mentioned a number of the scenarios that you came up with. Is that right?
Yes. I didn't mention any of the ones Jason came up with, and any I would have said was mine.
Okay. And you testified, I think, a little earlier that you've since then read all the police reports about what everybody's been saying and everything. And now you're coming up with saying that it was Jason who was the primary person involved.
I'm not saying he was the primary person involved. I think we both have responsibility in this. You know, he would say whether or not a plan would go. If he didn't want a plan to go, the plan didn't go. I mean, at the end, I tried to get us to go a different route. I had money showing up in December.
Okay.
That's what I wanted.
And how much money was it you're talking about?
I was looking at least $3,000 and possibly another $10,000.
Okay. Now, why did you go along with, when Jason came to and requested that you get involved with the killing of Lauri Waterman, why did you go along with it?
At the beginning or at the end?
At the end.
I don't really know. He was pushed real hard. I felt responsible that if I waited, and I mean, Jason even brought it up to me that if I didn't do something, and something happened to Rachelle, I was responsible for that. If she got hurt, if she got killed, that it would be my fault. And so I decided to go along with it.
Okay. Now, after you'd been under arrest for about a month, you wrote a letter to your parents?
Yes.
Okay. And in it, you don't really say too much about Jason, except for, unfortunately, I had Jason involved and he had about as much backbone as a jellyfish. But you don't talk about anything about Jason's being the primary person involved or any of that stuff, do you?
No, I wouldn't put that in a letter. I've talked about it to people, but I never put it in a letter.
All right. And even though in the letter you told your parents about why you had done, that you had killed Mrs. Lauri Waterman and the reasons why you had killed her, but you never put anything in there about Jason's involvement, did you?
I'm someone who I count my loyalty very, very important. And as I showed, I ended up doing literally anything for someone. It was the fact that I felt Jason was lying that made it where I was not willing any longer to just say it was me.
And in your letter, you also explained the reason you did it. You said, as for why I did what I did, I tried to find a way to emancipate Rachelle or get social services involved. I couldn't get either to work. But you testified that you didn't get social services to work, contact social services.
I wasn't saying that I was trying to contact social services. That's not what that says. That I couldn't get it to work. That I couldn't come up with anything that I counted as evidence. There had been times throughout this where I'd wanted to try to come up with something that would count as evidence to take to social services. I felt that without evidence of abuse, social services wouldn't believe me.
Okay. And you didn't have any evidence of abuse?
I'd seen bruises, but that's not pictures, that's not video, that's not solid, irrefutable evidence.
Now, in your letter, you also wrote, quote, I loved and still love Rachelle. I've always figured my life would be a small price to pay to protect the ones I love. Unfortunately, I had Jason involved, and he had about as much backbone as a jellyfish, unquote. Is that still your view?
Yeah, I agree with the whole backbone of a jellyfish bit. He doesn't want to take responsibility for his part.
Okay. But do you still love Rachelle?
I assume so. I still care.
Okay. And Do you still feel your life is a small price to pay to protect her?
If it was under different circumstances, yes. This was not one of them.
Now, just a couple of things. On the incident where you were waiting to shoot Mrs. Waterman, Lauri Waterman, I wasn't clear, why didn't that go through?
I was too late.
Okay.
I forgot a screw for my gun.
All right.
I went back for it. I don't know whether she'd already come back or what, but I think I may have seen her on the one I was walking, but
Okay. And on your letter to your parents, you said, quote, "I'm not saying what I did was right or wrong. I haven't come to a decision on that," unquote. Have you come to a conclusion yet?
yes. For me, that was more of a question of why did I regret being in jail? Did I regret it because I was in jail, or did I regret it because I killed somebody?
Okay.
And I came to the conclusion, it took me about 5 or 6 months, but I came to the conclusion it was because I killed somebody. I can do the jail time. I've been in worse places, but killing someone is not something to be taken lightly.
I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
Cross?
Yeah.
He's not going to cross today.
If I can have just a minute, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's going to end.
Yeah, you can have a minute, an entire day. Thank you. And good night, people. Can I cross? Yeah, absolutely. I want to cross
Yeah.
the next day.
And he should have no problem cross-examining this guy for his client.
Yeah.
Because this prosecutor did not even, he barely brought up her name. It was all about Jason and Brian.
Flashman, no one wants me to be a judge. Let me tell you that much. I feel like Judge Judy, guilty. Can already tell in your unibrow.
Why are you awake? Oh,
Yeah.
Neighbors being loud.
I hope no one meets Brian. Sounds like a real
Yeah.
not nice person.
We don't, Judge Gabby, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck I'm like, you're a pizza ship, you pizza ship. Straight to jail, pizza ship.
Yes. Yeah, I don't get these. I just don't get these people. I know I've said it 100 times. He's very calm about the whole thing. The dad, Lauri's husband, very calm. Like, your daughter's sitting at the defense table as a defendant, and you're just he's mild.
He's in the crowd. He's in the crowd listening to Tupac. Are you kidding me? He's not listening to any of this crap. Like, she's guilty. I already knew she was guilty.
I don't know, Bri. I don't know. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's lighting off fireworks. Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Did you tell him it wasn't the 4th of July?
She'd be like, they don't care.
They don't care around here either. Like, it's the middle of October. Why? It's nowhere near the 4th of July. Idiots.
Shinny, I'm gonna have to take your word on that, because something. It has to be something. At at least you give me something I can hang on to of why we can't why this is so weird to us.
Well, one, it's so weird because we're not from Alaska, so we can't understand their attitudes and
You
hair
walk out-
grooming qualities.
lack thereof.
Yeah.
I like Shinny. You walk out to your car, you get ate by a bear. No one gets that connected.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. We can't connect with that.
Small towns up there are far past laid back. Heidel, I was hoping you would weigh in and at least tell us something. Like,
They're so far past laid back, they're freaking hammock. All right?
yeah, crazy. See you, Ronnie. Have a good night.
Bye, Ronnie Bonita.
They're it's like they live in the village of the damned. The village of
Yeah.
something. The village of I don't know. Like
The village of fishing boats and cotton candy and a bunch of joints. That's where they live.
hey, I like cotton candy.
So you're gonna have something to munch on once you smoke a joint. So
I understand that hair, and that's the reason why I shaved mine short. I mean, a comb, but I think he just rolled out of his bunk in
Yeah,
a
that's
cell,
exactly
and they
what
were
it
like,
is.
put him
Yeah.
in the van and whatever they had to do.
I mean, how many days was he in jail till he went?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
up to this point. That's what I mean. Like, was it 2 or 3 days? He's got like a little shadow on his chin. Like I learned a few things in the clink.
Well, he
You
had to
know?
be there for a while because the crime happened in 2004. This
Yes,
was
but when was he arrested?
2006. Well, they were arrested like within, I think, a matter of days.
Okay, so he was in
I
there
don't
a while.
know. Yeah, I think he'd probably been in there for a while.
All right.
My son is installing the new dog door flap.
Yeah.
We needed video of that experiment you did before you put
Yeah,
the flap on there.
definitely. John, Gary, please do a reaccount of this with your dog. Well, he said dog flap.
Yeah, because the flap
It's gonna
was
be a cat. It's gonna be a cat flap.
yeah,
not
but
a dog
he's
flap.
got a small dog, so it'll be
All
close.
right, all right.
It'll be close. Leska, one exhausting day. The wife forced me to lob 10 Oklahoma hand grenades at her 5
Wow.
serving. Okay.
That sounds like a
Am I
serious day.
am I
Is
there-
your wrist in pain? It seems like your wrist would be in a lot of pain from all those Oklahoma teapots.
I read bushes and combs tend to get stuck in my hair. I'm sorry. Brushes and combs. So he will get out in 2103. I
Hopefully
guess.
not.
He's still living. See you, Frank. Have a good night, everyone. Keep safe. Don't go to Alaska. See you next time.
Night, Frankie.
This resume doesn't give me access to the McDonald's deep fry. I'm just gonna lose. No, your wrist doesn't hurt, just everything else.
Mm.
I am quitting on you. I'm gonna go to bed.
This is
a
way
long
past AJ's
stream.
bedtime, just so you know. Way past.
This is a long stream. No, but
No, not 13 minutes past. About an hour and something past.
yeah, I think I heard her angrily flop herself down on her dog bed this morning at like 3:45. And I'm like, how in the world can
4
you
p.m.
lay down that loud? Like, that's not possible.
Dia just had enough. You know, all of her limbs, she just let gravity take her down.
She's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, yeah, you're just gonna have to wait. I'm like, I cannot.
You're
Get up.
absolutely right, Snipe. It definitely is.
Alaska's just north, the Florida of the North.
It really is. But Florida be coming out with some crazy stuff out there. I don't know if you're. My grandma was like, "Ah, that happened in Florida." 9 times out of 10, it did.
Yep. Yeah, Wisconsin is Florida of the North. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, hanging out. We will continue on with his testimony tomorrow. We'll do cross-examination. There is, if you joined us late and didn't see the very beginning of this, the judge got word that 2 of the state's expert witnesses, one was, I believe, the medical examiner, and I don't remember who the other one was possibly watching the trial from another courtroom when they had been sequestered, and the defense moved for a mistrial. So
shame.
Yeah. They've not argued that yet because the state wanted to look into it more to see if they were actually watching the trial, what they were. I don't know. I was kind of sitting here going, I don't know what they would have seen. Like, we hadn't seen anything.
They were probably
really
watching moose hunting and thought it was the trial.
Yeah.
At this point, I mean,
they're like, is that moose? Is that Brian or a moose?
Yeah. That's a koala bear. God dang it.
Yeah. I thought so too, Shinny, but I thought maybe only if there was like going to be an expert on the other side that was going to rebut what they were saying. But I don't know. There's an order for sequestration and
were they sequestered?
Yeah.
The jury was. Okay,
so not the jury, the sequester. That's not right. I can't think now. Anyway.
I don't know. I thought that was a weird saying that you said from where you're from in the cornfields.
Hey, all their corn is gone. It's sad. They cut it all down. They can't be in the courtroom. So I think that's the right word. I don't know. But anyways, so we'll hear his cross-examination tomorrow, and then we will hear they're going to argue the motion for mistrial tomorrow after his cross-examination. So we'll watch both of those parts, and then he will actually have, I'm going to assume, redirect that we'll see on probably Thursday, because I won't be here Wednesday. And I told Carmen, obviously, the way that tonight went, she's probably not going to do it, but I told her I would just set up a stream so that if she wanted to do it on Wednesday night, if she had time and wasn't as tired as what she is, she could just put it up. It would be last minute, but she could put it up and do whatever she wanted. If she doesn't, we will finish this guy's testimony up on Thursday.
Okay.
So, but I need to let you get over to Grandma's. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that like button on your way out. I would appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate that too. Other than that, have a great night, everyone. And I will see you guys all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Have a great night. And be
night. I promise nothing.
Okie dokies. And I won't hold you to anything.
Bye.
Bye.
Automatically in love is kinda uncanny. Click, like, subscribe, ooh, piece of candy. Looking for my spotlight, chasing my vibe. Still looking for my credibility online. Ooh, hot mannequin love, candy on the floor, don't pick it up. Chasing all the clicks, chasing all the views. Credibility's hiding, but I'm bringing you the news. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Ooh, hot mannequin love, candy on the floor, don't pick it up. Looking for my credit, but I'll take your time.